Hello, we are Nerds of the West. Thank you so much for being here. We are live on twitch.tv/Nerds of the West. Who would have thunked it? Playing Reload. This is a battle royale board game where we are going to be running around, picking up items, shooting each other, answering the almighty question of all battle royales.
Does it come with cheese?
Where are we dropping, boys?
Close.
My name is Tom. This is Lachlan. This is Callum. And Chris.
Hi.
We are going to be playing Reload today, and if you are enjoying this, please consider leaving us a like and subscribe. Before we jump in, I do have to say that this game was provided to us by the publishers. I was like, promoters? No, that's not the word for board game. Publishers and the distributor, so thank you very much to them. When we review the game later on, it won't make any impact on what we actually think. We try and be as honest as possible. We have our lovely chat here. They are lovely, fun people. Come on and hang out with us. For now, we're going to dive right into playing. If you want to learn how to play the game, we've already done a whole section of our stream about that. We need to figure out who's going to be the first player.
Roll off?
Roll off?
Oh, we're not going to pick some arbitrary, measurement,
No, just roll off.
the
Who was the
last
last
player
person
to
to
get
play?
a kill in Fortnite.
Who was the last person to play a battle royale game?
Who's the
Yeah.
last person to get a win in a battle royale game?
I have
Still me.
never in my life
Did you get another one
played-
after I left the other night? Did
No, we played last night on Twitch.
you get a win?
Biased.
Well, not in Warzone, but in Fall Guys, yes.
Oh, Fall Guys is technically a battle royale.
a battle royale game
5.
4.
Skull.
Thumbs
Tom's
up.
I
like-
got it, boys.
with a skull.
All right, so, Tom, your first point of call is going to be your start phase. So, assign your dice. So, where you would like to assign
Does
them.
he not drop in first? Pick
No.
your turn.
He
No,
assigns
'cause I
his
don't know
dice.
where I drop in. There's a little bit of randomness.
Okay.
to make it all fun.
He assigns his dice, then he parachutes.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go full movement. I'm playing Blitz. I have specific actions that will let me take an additional run action. So I'm going to go full movement. I'm going to go 4, 2, 2,
At least mine's a passive ability, which is nice.
and
Sounds
a
fine.
pickup. A pickup or an activate?
Don't know, man.
Got activate in the center, activate out here, activate. Basically, activate on the edges, it looks like, and pick up anywhere you see a yellow mark.
Yeah. To activate, what is the stealthy symbol?
So the stealthy symbol is no line of sight.
No, I'm
Make sure you
sorry.
can-
Cool, so that's not activate. These ones, that's extra range. This one is activate to pick up items, correct? Pick up level 1 items. Draw 3, keep 1.
Looks like it.
Yep.
That's cool. I'm going to go pick up. I think I want to try and get one of
You
those.
also have the pickup of the actual level 2 item. On
Yeah,
your
I
hand.
think I want one of the level 2 items as soon as possible.
They're sweet.
So I've gone full run, full pickup as best as I can. What do I do now, Lachlan?
So now you get to parachute in. So
Boys,
you
boys,
get
boys,
to pick
boys, boys.
one of the middle or any of the outside ones. You pick a hex and roll 2 dice.
Okay, well, I'm going to pick the middle because then I've got options for wherever I need to go. And if I end up swaying out in my parachute, I'm still going to be somewhere close enough.
You can still bolt
So I'm
it to
going
the other
to
side.
try
anyway.
to be in the middle. I'm not there yet.
You guys want to hear stealth? Okay, a player the stealth can only be targeted of a ranged combat attack action by an opponent in the same hex. So you can't.
If you're in one of these stealthy places, you can't be hit by range. Unless they're in that same spot.
can only be the target of a ranged combat action by an opponent in the same hex. So
Are there negatives to range combat if you're in the same place?
no.
Okay.
Most of them you'll see will say 0 to whatever.
A lot of eggs. All right, so I'm going to roll my 2 white dice. I rolled a 2 and a 5.
Which are opposite, so you drop dead center.
That's it.
Perfect. Oh, okay, cool. So it's these ones, and the more you are towards one, you end up
So
more.
if, for example, you had rolled
Oh, what a bloody legend. Here's some finger guns.
snake eyes.
Hello, Craig. Thank you for.
So if you had rolled a 2 and a 3, for example, so if you had rolled direct opposites, then you are pulled in both directions. The wind's pulling you in either, and you get to go straight down. If you get snake eyes or double of the same number, then you also get to go straight down because good roll. If you roll 2 that are none of those combinations, such as a 2 and a 3, you'll find that on the edge of the board there's a 2 and there's a 3, and you would either get to move to this space or to this space because the wind's pulling you that way and that way. So you get to choose which direction you go.
That's a cool little drop mechanic. All right, well, I'm going to run. Let's go. This map's pretty balanced. This is a modular board, so you can get some different stuff, but I'm going to go straight out this way towards myself. 1 movement, and I'm going to move my thing over, even though I don't have to do that right away. 2 movement, pick up this bad boy. I could go straight back into the center and be ready to drop it, but then if any of you drop in, y'all might
So
might
as
start
you
fighting
kill
me.
you.
So you don't get that right now. You need to
No, I
drop that
have
off.
to take that back to the center, I believe, to get that.
Which one?
I've picked up a level 2 level 2 item.
Those you get when a player opens a supply box, they remove it from their current hex, draws 2 cards
Oh,
of
right
the
now.
matching thing. So you get it immediately.
Heck
It's the
yeah.
fame tokens that you have to take back.
All right, let's have a look at what I get. I have a 2-handed axe, and I'm going to need some help reading these symbols, please and thank you. A 2-handed axe that, when in combat, I can move something to a 4, or look, the symbols are a little bit hard
So the
to
swords is like melee combat or something.
read. Melee combat.
Icons preceding a colon indicate that it's the only time an ability can be used.
All right, so during combat.
And then the icons following a colon indicate the effects of ability. Not all effects have a required condition.
All right, so what does this one do? It's a downwards arrow, and then
Lowest value is the meaning of that. So lowest value
During melee combat, lowest value becomes a 4.
You can turn
Yeah.
your lowest
Yeah.
die to
to
a
a 4.
4. God, I feel like we're cryptologists.
It's like, let's explain these things. I was like, where does it say this symbol? Where is it anywhere? There's only one reference of it, and it is on like the cheat sheet page, and nowhere else. I'm like, this game is fucking.
I'm gonna take that axe, even though it's gonna be 2-handed. So that's gonna go into my player area down here. We can't fully see our player areas because the board is kind of big, but if we ever need to show off anything to you guys, we're gonna show it off. Don't get me wrong, the precision rifle was kind of tempting, but like min 4 damage, let's go. Like,
That's actually wicked.
I should also point out that I have a helmet. So I take 1 less injury, I believe.
Minor injury.
Yeah. So when like someone does injuries to me, it does less.
Yep. Keep in mind that Tom's axe is a 2-handed axe, therefore he can't hold anything else in his hands while he's wielding that.
Yeah, boy.
So a small injury, the target turns their lowest value die on their combat line down by 1.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I get less of those.
Yep. Nice. So if someone gave you a minor injury, you'd be like, no.
Nah, I'm gonna
But if they
give
give you a second one, then it would.
That'd be unfortunate. Well, that is my pickup done. So I am now going to activate my next 2 movement, and I'm going to go into. Oh, I could go into the mountain.
It's 2 movement while you've got 2 movement.
It's 2 movement while I've got 2 movement to get that thing straight away. Maybe I should have taken the precision rifle and gone into there. Then I could have started blacking people with extra range and
things.
damage.
That's
Yep.
if people come your way.
It's true, but no one would come my way. So I'm going to take this mountain one right now.
Can you take that, or do you need a
pick up
Pick up
You need a loot
action.
action.
Boys, that's all right. I'm in there now, and that's what's important.
So you've used all the dice that you've assigned, so
Yep.
they go over to your combat line unchanged. And your only other
in their order.
Shotgun axe
Right,
solves
yeah.
your problem. Yep.
shotgun axe.
Yep. Tom, do you want to pass me that blue token?
Blue
Put it back
token.
in the box.
Thanks, man.
No worries.
Now it makes sense that there's only like so few loot boxes around because the game is very quick.
I assume they come back out with the.
With events, they will, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
eventually.
there's 2 supply drop events that will come out.
Because I want more items. Don't know about you, but I
That's,
want.
that's
Yeah,
a
but you
big
can't.
first objective.
But you can always.
Yeah.
But will that move? That will.
Sorry. Yeah. So I think once you achieve it, then another one can come out.
But these,
Yeah,
these
nice.
2 are easy. Like,
Yeah.
they're easy. So once they go, then we'll flip more in place.
Yeah, those of you who didn't see, these are our achievements. We can get extra points by completing these. First person to deal 2 bits of damage will get extra points. It's going to be great. But right now I need to resolve an event.
End of your turn.
End of my turn. Let's go.
Poison.
Oh, it's the Hunter's Crown, even though I shuffled this up. The Hunter's Crown, I might need some explanation from this. Somewhere on the map, there will be a
crown.
crown.
Yeah. There'll be a
You-
token. There is a token itself, which is an event.
Oh, someone left
So
my token.
in the box, grab that out.
Question mark is any numeric value.
So a random spot, there'll be a crown somewhere.
So I
Roll a die and place the crown event fame token in the outermost hex in the zone matching the value. A player can pick up this event fame token with the loot action.
Ah, so it's an extra.
Yep.
It's an extra fame token.
Yep.
So if I rolled a 4 right now,
It would drop there. Correct.
let's go.
So it's
boys.
going to drop on one of these
6 tiles.
6.
There's a 3.
3.
So
It's
it's
all the way over here.
Hey, all right.
That is
Fame token,
unfortunate.
Boom, down here.
But that's okay. I'm sure one of us will get that eventually.
Heads up, if a player forces the player with a Crown Fame token to reload, they can gain the Crown Fame token. Any player that begins their turn or ends the game with a Crown Fame token adds it to their fame track.
Nice. So either get in and return it, or start getting in combat and steal it away from people.
Steal it from people.
I dig
Take
it.
the crown.
I dig it. Hey, Chris, it's your turn to do things.
All right. Well, I'm going to deploy after assigning my dice. So I think I'm going to want some movement, just like Tom.
Movement sounds pretty good.
I'm going to
Yeah, I feel good about my ability.
secure
now.
a pickup action. How do you set traps again? What kind of action? I think
So
It's a build.
It's a build action.
Oh, but I can't do that yet because I'm not
Yeah, you can.
technically in a. Do
Yeah.
I count as being in a space that's alone?
I think it's more so that if you're, like, let's say you happen to drop it into Tom's space, you would have to move out to use that action, or it's a waste of die.
I see. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
You just can't do it while you're in Tom's hex.
Oh boy.
Yeah, get out of my hex. Definitely don't come and fight me.
Well, I'll secure that, but then I'll leave one die unassigned, just in case.
Just in case. Don't want to go into combat.
What's your starting item, or are you not showing that to us yet?
I'm gonna keep it a secret.
Right. I had the option of an explosive trap, and I was like, I don't know enough about how this works to use this,
Explosive trap.
so I'm just going to take a helmet.
Okay, well, I'm gonna deploy now, so please may I have the white dice?
Yeah.
There.
Look, take that over there.
Here we go.
Oh, you got to pick a spot first.
Oh, middle.
Yeah,
That'll
okay.
do. Whatever.
6 and a 4, so we have skull and a 4. So you either get to go here or here.
Boy.
Yeah, it's not a good roll.
I'll go here.
Oh no, come visit.
No. And for my next trick, I'm going to use my actions during my action phase. So let's move one time.
Yep.
Over to the loot box, of course. It's the most interesting part of it. Then I'll snag that with the pickup action. So this goes back in the box. I get a choice of 2
Correct.
secondary
Level 2 items.
with
Normally we would like just have the tokens on the table, easily accessible, but the box comes with a divider.
We will
so
show it off later. It's a
It's
very
so
pretty
like
divider.
convenient to pull them out of there and also put them away because there is a lot of tokens that we're just like, this seems the easiest option.
Table needs a little pull-out drawer that you can just go.
Dude, we talked about it. We talked about a custom game table with like built-in webcams for green screen and stuff.
I assume the price just went.
Yeah, pretty much.
my choices are the survival knife or a sniper rifle.
Yeah, like,
I'm just wondering if I take.
What's the little 2 white dice symbol? Does that mean?
So that's because it's a ranged weapon. You roll the 2 white dice to complete a ranged attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you assign your dice there as a 1 for the attack, and then you can use it by spending that dice, and then you roll the 2 white dice.
Yep.
So it's-
So the 2 white dice are the dice that you use to roll for attack for
Okay.
range,
Pretty cool. Do I want to be making people angry?
and that is a close combat symbol.
Yeah.
so that one's what? Your maximum becomes an instant injury?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'm like, yeah, that would keep people away from me, and like maybe if I want to.
I'm just.
So Tom's is a safe one where it's like, oh, my lowest number gets good. You're like, well, 6.
Yeah, I could like straight up murder someone. Would that turn a skull to a skull,
I
effectively
don't believe
making
so.
it?
I would have to imagine it's like.
So it's your highest gets turned into a skull.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So,
think, if your
I think
highest was a
skulls are
6.
skulls. Skulls are skulls, not
not
sixes,
numbers.
Yeah.
5
then
would become a 6.
yes.
That would make sense.
But it's not a 6.
It'd become a skull.
You know what?
Words are hard.
Don't hate me, but I'm going to take the knife.
Really? Wow. Sniper would have been good.
Sniper would have been
Yeah,
good.
but at least he kept the sniper out of Callum's hands.
I don't want to make enemies.
Shut your
And
mouth.
also, if anyone comes near me now, my chances of dealing like lethal damage to them are way better.
Okay.
Whereas with the sniper, it's
End of your
like,
turn, though, Chris.
No, you still got
Oh,
it.
sorry. I'm my mistake. I apologize.
I have a move
Yeah, go fight Tom.
action
Yeah, come all the way
and
over here.
a trap action. So I'm going to move here, and then I'm going to set a trap in this spot here by spending my 3. So I'm going to deploy one of my traps, which I don't know if we explained this, but basically the backside of them has.
Yeah, so let's have a look at Callum's, which are green, for example. The backsides have a paper, a scissors, and a rock. And basically they're going to be put face down onto the board. So then they have the trap symbol on them.
Move him down a little bit.
Down a little bit towards Chris.
Yeah.
So they've got a paper, scissors, and a rock. And then when they're on the board, they are this. So Chris is going to choose one. And when you go to that space and you want to disarm it or you want to try and interact with it, you're going to paper, scissors, and rock. And you choose one. And depending on what you choose, is going to affect how you interact with the trap. So if you beat it, then you need to disarm it. If you match it, then you're ensnared and you stop and don't do anything. And if you lose, you take damage from the trap. That's pretty much how it works. Very simple, very elegant.
Cool little system.
Yeah.
Cool.
I really like it. Yep,
And then
you
I
choose
list.
it. It's so simple, and it's something that you don't need to use a game component or dice or anything. It's you. You are the
You are a
element.
component.
I like that.
You're in the game now.
If you die in the game, you die for real.
Then you reload.
Good night, Queen Pink Honey.
How's it going?
Thank you very
joining
much
us.
for hanging out.
Oh,
Appreciate the
hang
heck
on.
out of you.
So Chris, is that the end of your turn?
Here's
So flip a card.
event, please.
Wait.
Contamination. Okay, so
Contamination.
towards spot number 4, we're deploying some hazardous gas, just like in the Hunger Games.
Cool. So place 1 toxin token on the outermost hex in the zone indicated by the zone marker, which was the 4. If there is already a toxin marker in that hex, place 1 toxin token in each adjacent hex that does not already have one.
Each adjacent.
Well, this is a lot of fun because you see, this is number 4.
Hey, poor Tom.
So will I take damage at the start of next turn because I'm there?
No. So
Hold your breath.
events.
I got a gas mask.
Yeah.
So events are resolved a little bit different. Before the next player takes their turn, the player who has just completed their turn reveals and revolves the thing. If the player cannot do, no.
No, it's not this part.
Oh, so safe from toxin means no.
Maybe toxins are just places you can't move into.
Yeah, I think it's not going to affect you. I think it doesn't affect you yet.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I still don't
I think
like it.
if you were going to end your turn there,
Yeah.
Let's all get the rule books.
Oh,
out.
why am I reading the French version?
so skip resolving events until the last player has completed their first turn. So I think maybe that shouldn't have come out,
Okay.
and the toxin will go there. So
That,
we'll have like four.
that was a good thing to know.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
That's right. We'll just take those
it's
back.
a footnote though, and it's not in like the actual.
Yeah,
like,
that
it's
should be like the first thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So no events yet.
Oh. Okay. There was no gas after all.
There was no king making. We'll shuffle everything back up, and this never happened.
Also, I think maybe these are the wrong way around. Our
I thought that
fame
as well.
trackers, because like the
they
ridge
must
at
be.
the end,
I saw that.
and then do you have to cross like the black line to be the winner?
You didn't have to get to the
That's
black line.
so smart.
Chris, you nailed it.
Did I?
Makes way more sense.
It's like what children do when they're 1. They matched shapes by putting shapes through holes.
Move.
As I said, the rule.
Uh,
I'm liking all the mechanics in this game, and we'll get to our whole review at the end. But the rulebook is pretty average.
How far does range go?
E tier.
It's
it
next
depends-
tile, I believe.
It depends on the thing. It will say.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
for
that's right. You
example,
said 0 to 3 or
so that tile there says 0 to 2. So
0, 1.
Okay,
2.
put it
Yep.
down, Chris.
The sniper rifle has 2 range. Of course, you can't
0
shoot
to
through walls or into jungle.
But you get more range if you are on top of a mountain.
It doesn't
So
get improved
you
by
could
1.
shoot from there to here with a sniper rifle.
Yeah.
Just distance
Not through a
wise.
wall, though.
Distance purely, but yes.
Unless the card says it can go over walls.
Yeah.
Like a.
As we said, there's a lot of icons.
That's-
Maybe
that's
I
sweet.
should have taken that plasma rifle now, but
Okay.
I don't know. Just read the events
Right.
or end phase.
I'm also aware that anyone with a
That's-
gun is going to get like attacked by everyone. So it's like in Commander when you deploy a big creature, everyone attacks you first.
Let's do that. And let's just do an extra move. Cool.
alright, so if you're not safe from toxin, you take 1 injury. If you're still in a toxin space at the end of your turn, you take an injury.
Yeah, but then under the event as well. So in here, the italicized section.
So now there's Italian rulebooks as well.
Actually,
Funny.
Yeah, until the last player has completed their turn. So the first event will always be resolved before the first player takes their second turn.
Yeah.
Lachlan will resolve an event at the end of his turn. There is like 3 separate things of writing for what an event does there.
Yeah.
Guys, rulebooks are important. Interesting
Well,
game.
you know what? We should-
Rulebooks are important.
We should have done, I think the better way to play this game is let's just use the French rulebook instead.
And then make it up as we
It's
go.
probably going to make more sense than using the English rulebook.
okay. While Lockie
Because-
tries to learn French in the next
Where
game,
you dropping, buddy?
I'm planning on dropping it right here.
Nah, you're a bad person.
Honestly, this makes no sense.
One is skull, so skull
Opposite.
is here, one is there.
You go exactly where you want to be.
Exactly where I want to be. Perfect.
Nice. It was going to be a really interesting late game if someone like is trying to drop in and there's some just bad shit in the way, and you
So-
just well,
Starting my turn
Choice of
by
bad one,
grabbing,
bad two.
Yeah, you drop into Telkson.
grabbing that guy.
What did you assign? I didn't even realize you'd
Sorry.
assigned already.
Yeah, because I assigned before I dropped.
Jesus.
Too busy letting
2
friends.
moves,
yeah.
an activate, and 2 grabs.
This guy, it's like he hasn't streamed in a while and he doesn't remember to tell us what he's doing.
My bad, guys.
I feel like he did.
I drop
I
in,
wasn't listening.
and I'm looting this for starters, so that goes over to my little looty spot to the side there. I'm then going to use one of my move actions.
Yep.
Oh, wait, sorry, I do. Oh, it doesn't actually matter.
It doesn't matter. You don't move those now anyway. I just did it.
I'm
'cause
going to
I was
move then in here.
I feel like it makes it easier to track your actions.
Hey, legends. How you doing? We're shooting each other. I was going to say we're shooting each other, but all of us have taken melee weapons. so far.
I am then
So far.
also
I
I'm
have
going to
no
loot
weapons.
this with my second loot action. So I would like to take
2.
2 cards.
Oh, don't take a gun, man.
What'd you
first,
get?
First person to take
Man,
a gun.
Lachlan, it's a real shame that the only loot box left is over here.
Yeah, it is. It sucks.
Well,
What is that?
I have the choice
It's an
of
axe
either a
coming
military
here.
helmet or an SMG.
So you got to put them a little bit further down, Callum, and spin them the other way.
Spin them the other way, just like that. So
That's
you can see
wicked.
Military helmet or SMG. So the military helmet is I negate 1 skull,
Yeah, it's
which
pretty
is
sick.
pretty good. Or the SMG is a 0 to 0, so only close combat range.
Yep.
But I get a 3. I can roll 3 times on that, and it gives wounds. Is that what the symbol
Grasita.
does?
Yeah.
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 So I am going
So
to.
it's gonna drop people's dice down.
It is also only 1 hand, so I am absolutely grabbing.
Yo, dual wielding
Could
SMGs.
have looked like Doom Guy though.
Could have looked like Doom Guy, but
Man.
SMG.
Man, why is everyone going for Chris? Exclamation purple, by the way, to support Chris. But
I am then going to use my power to activate the location that I'm on, drawing 3 cards from green. Picking. I get to keep 2 of them. I
Yep.
Draw 3, discard 1.
Yep. That's what I'm reading. That is the symbol that it looks like.
Is that what it says in the French rulebook?
Ah, you see here, it's not on here. So
Since I already have a ranged weapon, I'm going to discard my bow and arrow.
I thought it was draw 3, keep 1. But
yep, no. So the number, it is discard the number indicated, draw the number
Yep.
that is up.
Draw 3, discard 1. And then I'm going to use my last movement action to sneak away.
Destroyed the board!
burn down the forest.
Sneak away into the forest.
Into the shadow.
Into the shadows.
Nice.
All
Get
right,
him. Get him.
let's do some actions. So we're going to assign some actions,
And then my 3.
get some moves in there. I feel like movement is pretty important and we want to get as far as we can out there. We're going to want to have to loot as well because looting is going to be useful. But then I'm thinking I need to leave some left over because Tom's probably going to come charging over here.
With his movement speed.
With his movement speed and
Yeah.
attack me. So that doesn't fill me with confidence. So we're going to do one of these where we're going to do 2
Does the trap get
builds.
auto-activated if I like move into that space, or do I have to like interact with it to try?
I think if you move into the space.
Yeah.
I've just realized that not all of our numbers are the same. Tom's movement, he gets 2 4s on his first 2, while we all get a 4 and a 3. So
Yeah.
when Tom moves, his defense is actually higher than ours.
What are y'all good at then?
I thought everyone else's was relatively the same because like my movement is 4-3-2.
Yeah.
4 3 2, 3
Yeah.
1, 2 2 1, 3 2.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I guess that's just my
Your character.
character bonus is I get an extra space and my movement's better, which makes me feel better about my character bonus now. That is slightly better.
That's all right.
Yeah, cool. So let's try and drop in. Give us some dice, please.
Where are you planning on dropping?
I'm trying to drop here.
Away from everyone.
Haha, you wuss.
All right, so 3 and
Yep.
a 4.
Drop
Nailed
what you
it.
want.
Drop where I want. So I'm going to drop in here.
Look, if it adds up to 7, you get what you want.
Cool.
That's true.
So I'm going to move into here. I'm going to loot this, which, haha, I get to draw 3 instead because of my
2.
extra ability.
And you just
I wanna
deal-
play that character.
Do you discard 2 or do you discard 1?
Just 1.
So yeah, Lachlan now gets 2 level 2 cards.
That's some mad BS.
I mean, since we're showing, because I feel like that's how we're playing this at the moment,
Yep.
because
Sure.
people will know anyway because it's in their hands.
Shotgun.
So we've got a machete, which is 1 hand. So I could really take the med kit and the machete and have them
well,
both.
you've got to put it in your backpack first, and then you could equip it
Oh, hang on.
That
Yeah,
turn.
that's what you're supposed to do, is it?
No, you can equip it.
You can equip it on your turn straight away. Like,
Yeah.
You can.
We're
The only time you
sharing,
can't
so it's
equip it is
fine.
if you put a dice on that card to use.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the shotgun is same square, but can shoot twice, and it's an X.
straight up deals injuries.
That is
Yeah.
pretty good. Problem is, it's like hands. So I think I'm going to take these 2 hands.
Yep. But this one is a 2 or 3 can become an injury dice. That's
Yep.
pretty sick.
Pretty handy. So those are going to go into my hand spaces.
Machete.
So nobody actually has range yet. Or I mean, I have
You've got range,
like
but it's
not
same
hex range.
Same hex.
Same
Cool.
hex.
So for my next 2 actions, I'm going to move 1 into this space, and then I'm going to build a wall here, and I'm going to build another wall here.
You just got to sequester yourself in the middle of the map.
What's this shit?
Can you get walls back?
No idea.
Doubt it.
That's cray.
We should just wall him in.
Yeah.
3 dice of gas.
Oh my god, and we'll just deploy
That's
gas
a
in there.
legitimate strategy in this game. Just build
Oh
walls
my
all around
God.
someone's tiles so they can't get out.
So they would
Oh my god.
The thing is, it'd be hard because you guys would all, like, it'd have to be in a turn order, for
Yeah.
example. But yeah, putting one there, one there, one there would prevent me from being able to, like, leave that space.
Gas,
And then
gas.
at that point, I feel
How
like
do
you would
you-
just end up
Can you get rid of
Yeah.
walls? Can you destroy them?
Tom.
Maybe with
You now have to do an event.
an item?
But yes, Legends, this is if Fortnite was a board game. There are walls, there are traps, there are weapons that you pick up. But it's also a little bit Apex, where you're all clones and you're all spawning in and you're all doing stuff.
Yeah.
Lachlan, would you like to read the event?
Interesting.
Sure. Here we go.
event.
Look
The
at
event
that.
said
Get into.
Event just says destroy all walls.
Gassian number 2.
Number 2, my lord.
Good thing I looted everything that place has to offer.
Earlier, face up
good
outside
point.
there. Excellent.
So we're assuming that gas means you can no longer go to that space, correct? 'Cause
You
that-
can, but if you end your turn there, you take an injury.
So you can hold your breath and run
So you
in.
can run away from people, but it's going to hurt you.
Yeah.
For loads of
Just hold the med kit and then just chill
Zoe,
at the very back. Be like, man.
Yeah. And just
Oh, that's
use
the
all your
French
med
rulebook.
kits.
Right? Why do we even have the French rulebook out?
Because Lachlan thought it would be a good idea. So.
Hey, you know what? Probably makes more sense.
Okay, so that makes it Tom's turn.
It does make it my turn. I could walk over and hit Chris, but I feel like I'm better off trying to score some quick points.
Come fight me, bro. You know you wanna.
Like, I'm considering it.
Oh, hang on. Is that deploy trap or disarm trap? The achievement token.
It's just get a trap marker. So if you successfully disarm a trap, you get the marker.
Yeah, okay.
If you take damage from someone else's trap, they get the marker.
They get the marker. Cool. Guys, come stand on my trap.
That is cool. But we can't put traps in the center, which is what this symbol up here.
No building in the center.
No building in the center.
So you can't wall off. Like, can you wall off the center from here? Or does that
Yeah,
mean,
I guess so.
Is it like that hex cannot have stuff built on it? Because technically a wall is like between 2 hexes.
Sorry. What's
Can
your
we
question?
build a wall between those 2 barriers?
Yes, you could. And it means that only you would be able to pass through it. The build action allows you to move. So place or move up to 2 of their walls along. Oh, so the build action. Oh, place up to 2. So does that mean I got to place 2 for the 1 build action?
Yeah, I think so. Do you want to
Hell
place a
yeah.
trap down there?
Yeah, I'll place a trap down as
Or
well.
maybe change it to a pick up the thing that you're on? I'd let you do
Or
that.
just put your
Yeah.
third wall there.
Put my 3rd wall down. I'm just like, this is me now.
Bring it.
We'll do a pickup
Yeah.
as a substitute for that.
Sure.
Cool. So place or move up to 2 of the walls along vacant edges of the current hex, or demolish 1 hideout or 1 wall on the edge of their current hex. So you can
Hideouts are
demolish
not something
people.
I've seen talked about much.
No.
So
I know we have them.
you have a hideout.
Do they come out in the event deck, or is it something we can
You
build?
build it, and it's going to protect you from gas.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Is everyone's hideout different?
No, they should be the same.
No, it's just
Build
no gas.
explosion down to
Cool.
reroll armor.
Yeah, so you're more
The player who
defended.
ends their turn in the same hex as their hideout, a hideout belonging to a teammate, or the dome gains the following effects. Place the lowest value die on their combat line into their defense pool, and you're safe from toxin.
Cool.
So placing it probably like on one of the outer edges might be good for later because then you might be
Yeah, it might be able
wanting
to get around.
You know that gas is going to end up in there.
In terms of dropping stuff off, you have to use and activate per item you're dropping off, correct? So if you had an inventory of 5, you would basically have to spend
Spend your whole time there, yeah.
Well, actually, no, you have to spend 3 turns because you can only activate twice each turn.
It's true.
So yeah, don't pick up more than 2 things at a time.
Good thing I'm only picking up one, Callum. Here's my plan. I'm gonna pick up the thing that I'm on. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna build a trap. I'm gonna move, and I'm gonna activate.
Okay.
Sound good? Sound good? I'm gonna pick up this bad boy.
Yeah, then move.
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna build a trap ski. Wait, is that the side that I want? Yeah. I didn't even like check what one it was. I'm like, nah, YOLO. That's how I play Scissors Paper Rocks, just all random all the time.
Fair.
I'm gonna move, and ladies and gentlemen,
Then
I, as the first player, am scoring the first point of the game.
Game over, lads.
Go!
That's
I
it.
totally didn't hit Chris's button instead of mine.
I've just realised that if I'm standing on a mountain with an SMG, I can hit someone outside my hex. Oh no, I can't. I lie.
Can you not?
Oh no, it's +1 hex.
Range
yeah, I can.
weapons plus 1.
But you're only dealing
Wounds.
wounds to them, so it's not actually doing anything because you then don't
I
do
still
any
have
damage.
to roll regular damage. It just means I'm more likely to do damage because of
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Pray and pray.
basically. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's my whole time. Like, now that this game started, it's going to move very quickly, I feel. Man, actually having to work at work sure is making it hard to follow what's going on. Look,
Oh,
it's
Bet.
rough.
that's a shame.
Have we played any of these 3 board games? Adrenaline, Doom, Gears of War. We have played the heck out of Doom.
Right there, behind your head.
We have it right here.
We have played. Oh, I don't know if the guys here have played,
I've played.
but I've played both the original version of Doom, the 1998
yep.
publication, and also the new publication, which is based on the 2016 game. And both do things similar and a little bit different, and it is a great game. We do have a playthrough of that up on our YouTube channel for Doom. I've wanted to play Gears of War, and I've never heard of Adrenaline.
So these don't move. These just, once they're done, new ones come out.
Yep, just flip it out, because they're always only worth 1.
Well, I'm going to do an event, and then it's going to be Chris's turn.
That's right.
So we have the announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, no instant things for points.
Yeah, so those won't activate this turn. So if you meet it, then too bad.
Oh, so I don't get anything.
What was the other symbol?
That's the
Trophies.
achievement.
The trophies? Okay,
so
so
no
it's
next achievements can be done this round.
Only for those symbols.
until my next turn or until after Chris's turn?
I imagine. Well, where's
I
the
imagine
achievement?
Trish's turn, like a new card. will
Yeah,
replace
a new
that.
card will replace it. Not that I think anyone was about to start dealing double injuries to anyone, but yeah,
Specifically
but no.
this turn. So Chris, if you were thinking about doing double injuries to someone, tough
If you were
luck.
thinking about coming and fighting me, Chris, you can suck it.
Really annoying, actually.
Announcement next. Discard the leftmost next achievement, from the display, replacing it with a new one from the top of the deck, if able. Add 1 achievement fame token to the rightmost achievement.
It's not that one though.
Announcement next.
Yeah, but the symbols are different.
Oh, well, I got nothing for you.
Maybe it is that, and maybe once again they just haven't updated the rulebook.
I think so. We can play it as that.
What's that?
Yeah, like I'll show it off to everyone because it's just a little bit. This is what's in here. This is what we have. Is this the same card? I think
Is it
so.
called the same?
Yeah, they're just called announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One's an announcement and one's an announcement.
yeah, most
Most.
and next
Maybe there's different announcements though.
Doubt it.
because these are all the events.
Yeah. Let's just do what
Let's
the
do it.
thing
All right,
said.
boys. We're following the rules of the rulebook and not what we think the card says because rulebooks are weird. This double trouble, double injuries. No longer a thing.
No longer a thing.
No, you're not going to get bonus points for injuring people. Instead, you will get bonus points if you are the first person to reload 3 people.
Same, but different. Let's just go.
That one's a lot harder to get, but
It's also
Yeah.
not an instant one.
it's not an instant one.
So what
Yeah.
what are these graphs compared to the instant?
The whole. Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
The end of the game, isn't it?
What's that? What's wrong? Sorry.
These end game scoring ones.
That is most. So whoever has the most gets that.
That is
yeah.
the achievement. Can it swap then later on? Like the longest road in Catan.
Are they now permanent?
Did you get rid of one and then put a new one out?
Yeah.
And then did you add an extra achievement to the most right one?
No, I didn't know that was the thing.
That's literally what we just read.
Oh, I didn't see that.
So to the most. So this one here now gets.
Oh, so it's worth more. But I can't get it this
That
turn.
is cool. Okay.
Oh, no, sorry. In that case, they would do this then. So the one that's been on the board for the longest.
Discard the leftmost next achievement
Yeah.
from the display.
Leftmost
Replace
was this
it
one.
with a new one from the top. Yeah, it's closest to the.
Yeah,
So
so
bring
that
that on
one
back.
in the middle.
Leftmost next achievement. That's not a
Oh,
next
that's
achievement.
not a next achievement.
Oh,
The word next means the symbol.
Yeah.
Cool. Replace it with a new one from the top of the deck, if able. Add one achievement fame token to the rightmost achievement, which is the one on that side.
Yeah.
Are we all happy?
We got there.
and do they slide down like I've done it, or will it literally replace the open slot it was in?
Oh God.
It replaces the open slot that it was in.
Okay.
So how I had it, minus
Was
this
right.
bit, was totally right.
So what? I don't understand how that was so difficult except for the rules. The rules, man.
I like this game. I really do. But there's a few things.
No,
I think Callum's asking is, can
When-
you have two of these kinds of achievements out at the same time? Because they're not going to disappear.
yes. Because something will kick it off,
Yeah.
surely.
Surely.
Surely. All right, well, that was my turn.
Okay,
We got there.
my turn.
Things happened. Chris, what are you doing?
So taking my dice back. Oh God. I think I'm gonna go fight Tom.
Do it. Bring it.
I'm
Stab me.
gonna
This
Do
game is
a,
just me in the rulebook the entire playthrough.
pick up action. When I fight, I'll be using these dice though.
Yeah.
It's not.
But you're basically, I don't have any skulls.
Yeah.
So you're guaranteed to do one injury to me straight away.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
You just also know that I'm going to have
you're gonna
3
fight.
4s
Do you want
and
to
a 3.
slide them over because your turn's finished, Tom?
Yes. Because one of my things is going to get turned into a
into a 4.
4, and then my other one's going to be a 3. So you're going to have to roll pretty decently to get anything.
Yeah,
from me.
that's not.
But you are
possible.
guaranteed to do 1 injury to me because I have no skulls.
Well, but Tom will
No
not do
skulls.
damage back to you. So worst case, you would just do no damage to him.
I'll make a pickup.
Wait, I don't do damage back?
Nope.
No?
Oh wait, melee maybe.
Yeah,
And-
melee I thought you did.
Move twice.
Rulebook me, Lachlan.
What's your question?
Melee damage.
What about it?
If Chris fights me, he takes damage, right?
Yes.
It's just range damage you don't.
Next page over.
Music's way too funky.
This is
Top of that page.
nice music.
Top left.
Build a trap.
It's really not fitting for the game we're in.
It is when
Yeah.
we're in the planning phase.
True, we just need to hype it up.
All right, I'm just going to do something and move on.
Hope for the best.
Yeah, no, you take damage in close combat.
Maths is
Yeah.
for defenders. Let's go.
That's the blockers.
Blockers. All right. One move action
Oh,
puts
you
me
got all your stuff
into the forest. One pickup action allows me to yoink this treasure token. And one build action allows me to put another trap down and ensnare my foes. I have 5 trap tokens, is that right?
Yep.
Because like 2 of them will be 2 and 1 will be 1, so
Yep. We'll flip that over. It says 5.
traps, set of 6.
Oh, my bad. Everyone gets one more trap.
But that, yeah, I thought the same thing. I was like, why do I only
I was
have?
like, yeah, because you might
Box, and you just thought, nah,
thought, yeah.
suck it, nerd.
You've only got like
I read
one
5
rock
and
or
I was like,
something.
oh, it means like you can't guarantee that like
Can I have a
someone's
scissor,
got
please?
everything.
And you want to give Chris the option to pick his out so that you don't know what he's put down.
I didn't look at what it was.
So he has to make sure that he has a set of.
Yeah, that's correct
You're,
now.
you're a special man, Callum.
I'm not a special man. Everything else, look, there's 5 dice, 3
You know what?
walls, 6. There's a bunch of numbers.
I'd just like to apologise on the behalf of everyone here that it is not the rulebook or the symbols. We obviously just can't read.
We are
This
stupid.
time.
And I'm going to end my turn there and leave my 2 dice here unassigned. As Dax, I move my lowest dice down to the unassigned area for defending purposes. And in the end step, I shall resolve the event card
Oh, the symbolism tells you can build
unless
2 walls with a
anything
build
else needs
action.
to happen first.
No, do
One
you
trap, 2
think?
walls, and 1 dome.
The dome. As long as there's a question mark, there's a beehive.
Cool. So we roll.
Roll and the
No.
dome goes somewhere.
Yep. Roll and the dome goes somewhere.
And the dome is somewhere you can hide away from gas.
Yep.
2 or 1 dice.
There should be
Just one
a
die.
generic.
A generic dome token.
Hey, that's where the gas is.
Yep.
So
There it
you
is.
can hide in there without taking gas
The
damage.
dome works the same as your hideout. It just
Yeah,
um,
anyone can use it.
anyone can use it.
Okay.
Fancy.
All right, that's me. Moving on.
Callum. what you
Moving
got?
on to me. Let's see what happens.
Moving on up. Moving
We're
on
gonna
up.
want to move. We're gonna wanna. I'm thinking about hitting Tom because I'm ranged, therefore he won't be doing damage back to me, even though we're in the same hex.
Yeah, but you're also only dealing injuries to me, and I take.
No, because I still roll dice like normal.
Yeah, but your SMG will be dealing injuries, and I take less injuries.
1 less injury.
Yeah.
Only 1.
I'm just saying. If you really want to end up in the same hex as me, it's only going to go well for you, right?
Just shoot him.
Exactly. Just shoot him.
He's talking a lot of
He's-
smack to someone without an SMG. He's getting the rule book.
I was going to say, I would laugh if that was the French one.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
it says right here,
S'il vous plaît.
omelette du fromage.
Okay, I think that looks pretty good to me. So
Sweet.
Parlez-vous for
I'm gonna parlez-vous Frankies. I'm gonna start by looting this one that I'm on, putting it in my little backpack of space
Hashtag
here.
Canada.
So that's my first one there. I'm then gonna move twice. So Tom, I'm coming to say hello.
Okay, you can't fight in there.
What do you mean you can't? You can't fight.
There's no fighting in that zone. In the tower, this is safe town. This
Oh.
is safe town. You cannot
Oh.
fight in the
Oh, that's
in the
not
center
fair.
tower.
When? What?
Just fight me instead.
Last page. Central tower.
That's like something that we should have explained
Build,
earlier.
no, build action can't be taken, but you can fight there.
You know what? Fuck it. Fight him.
And that's what I'm gonna do.
I'm pretty sure I feel like it was explained that it couldn't,
That's
but hey.
a bit like
I
getting
don't
to
thought
the
anything about that.
cornucopia in Hunger Games and being like, you can't shank me, I'm in the
Yeah,
cornucopia.
let the Hunger Games start. It's the point. Everyone's going to be pushed there to score points.
You guys aren't confused.
Look, it mostly works.
I'm then taking combat against Tom.
Yeah.
So
Here we go. The first combat.
Here we
Please,
go.
exclamation mark combat in chat.
Get the Doom music going.
The active player rolls the number of shooting dice shown on the equipment card being used. After applying modifier effects to their rolled dice, if any, they then place their shooting dice with skull values into their skull pool and arrange their numeric values on their combat line with the values from highest to lowest.
okay.
So
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. That's pretty good. That's a skull
And a
and
4.
And
so
a
your
4.
skull goes into your skull zone.
Yep.
Skull zone.
This skull goes into the skull zone because I did that to initiate combat.
Uh-huh.
This 3 stays on the gun, or does that
So that would be the action of using the gun, right? So then that would go into your
into this
Okay.
pool of
Combat
everything
pool.
else?
yeah.
And my ability is when taking a ranged combat action, increase the value of 1 shooting die by 1. So this 4 becomes a 5.
it's not
Nice.
bad.
So I'm hitting Tom. I'm going to put my dice over here. Tom, what do your defending dice say?
So 2 injuries right away, so they get rid of Tom's lowest.
That's
defending
what I'm
dice.
trying to figure out, because I'm a little bit confused between the black and the white dice, to be honest.
White dice, I believe, just give me extra because they are.
Yeah, I
my
think it's
weapon.
exactly the same. The reason is you spend 1 black dice to use the action of the gun, and the gun allows you to roll 2 white dice.
So step 1, roll the dice. He rolled the dice, then what?
Yeah. So I am taking. We do skull step. If the active player has the most skull values adjusted for armor effects, starting with the lowest value in the combat line, the target player takes 1 injury for each skull value in excess of their own. So first of all, we need to line up my dice to your dice.
Cool. So we have a 4, a 4. I'm just going to put them apart so we don't confuse them. A 3, a 3, and a 2.
Ooh.
Cool. I will, however, be taking 1 less injury because of my
Helmet.
My helmet. I was trying to show it off over there. 'cause
You'll be
that's what the
taking
green
one
screen
less
is.
minor injury.
That's
These
what's
are.
happening right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought you were taking one big injury.
Is that oh, sorry, it is take one injury. Yep, not minor injury. I'm getting confused. Like,
Yeah, I was like, I don't think this counts because
Yeah.
it's not a skull symbol.
not a skull symbol. Yep, that's cool. So
Symbols galore!
I take
I have 2 skulls.
2 skulls, so I will take 2 injuries straight away.
Okay, so there are your 2 dice into your injury
I
pot.
lose my 2 lowest numbered dice.
Yep.
Next, we
Starting
would
from the
skip.
top, players can bear combat lines of 1 set of dice at a time. If the active player's shooting die is greater or equal than the target player's action die, the target player places their losing die in the injury zone. If the target player's action die is of greater value or equal than the active player's shooting die, then nothing happens. For each unopposed shooting die, if any, the player takes 1 small injury, reducing the value of their lowest die by 1. That is where my helmet comes in because it does not
It
increase.
does not do that for 1.
So one of these dice would successfully injure you minorly.
And how does my submachine gun work with the minor injury? Does that just give me 1 extra minor injury because it's got the symbol? So therefore you still
Maybe.
do take 2 minor injuries?
Yep. I think that sounds good
Your
to me.
helmet says minus blood, my gun says a blood.
Fair enough.
So cancel out. So then,
This falls
Over
to a
here.
1.
Yeah.
And now you pair them off. 5 beats 4, so you take that as an injury. 4 is the same, and that's cool for the defender.
That balances out, and then 3 beats
3
1.
versus 1 is an injury for the defender as
Man,
well.
you blapped me.
You got
but
blapped.
are you alive still?
No, 4 injuries is a reload, I believe.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Because you can't fall to 1 dice. And there's your other dice.
Just
And well
walked
done.
in and gone.
You just unloaded. Shot him.
1 magazine. Tom went black.
Gratata.
I picked up my dice. I don't want to pick them up.
Can we have?
Here it is. So bonus
Yeah,
tip.
true.
For each shooting die value that matches the value of an action die assigned to the equipment card, you resolve the bonus effect. It makes no difference because he still would have done one. He would have done 1 injury to me, which was enough to drop that 3 to a 2 instead of a 3 to a 1. So you assigned a 3 to your SMG. You needed to roll a 3 on one of these to get that bleed effect.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Congratulations, you get a reload fame token.
Do I get 4 damage and a reload?
No, you get
I
a
did.
reload.
How does damage work? Because I did 4 damage to you.
Yeah. Do you get 4 red tokens? You sound like an elk just then.
I
That
am
was
an elk.
definitely the word.
It's like,
I'm definitely an elk.
Definitely get a reload, we know that.
You definitely get a reload. Chuck that on there.
look at that bad boy. Boy howdy.
It says places it into the injury zone.
So check the injury section. I think it's back a page. How you guys doing? We're just figuring out some rules because it's our first combat encounter of the game. And like we said, it's a little bit clunky. So Callum has just killed /
The
made
target takes 1 injury for each injury icon.
Yeah, but down the bottom, it's you add 1 injury fame token for dealing 1 or more injuries. So each combat, if you deal an injury, at least 1 injury, you get an injury token. You also get a reload token because you actually did damage.
1
to me.
injury
So it's
plus 1
essentially it's
reload.
better to do little bursts of damage as opposed to do a whole
Potentially, but you've got 4 points. In
Yeah,
one
but
go.
if you could one-shot someone, then it's strictly better to get a reload.
Callum is
Same
on the
marker.
board.
I'm on the board and quite a lot as well.
Yup.
And
Well
I'm
done.
in the middle.
Oh, man.
Get him! Get him!
Callum plays Fortnite.
Yo,
Let
that
me build these houses.
that SMG was dirty.
I'm cranking 90s.
Okay, so my turn.
Yeah. Well, Callum's got to resolve an event first.
I do. I would like 1 event card, please. The crown.
Hey, the
Hunting
crown's
back,
down.
boys.
Have we got the token for the crown?
5.
It's
we
over
do.
here.
It
All
is
right, so
going in
that-
space number 5, which is over here next to Lachlan.
Hey.
So it takes 1 activate to drop all your beacons.
Okay,
Cool.
Good to know.
So take an action to score all beacon fame tokens the player currently holds.
Cool. Love it.
How many can you pick up?
When I reload, I lose my equipment, right?
Your storage area. So you lose your equipment and you get 1 basic bitch equipment.
Oh, that's
back.
nice to hear.
Yeah.
But
That's
if you wanna-
horrible. Suddenly
If
just
you want to read your,
dealing in ranged combat is
if you want to read
awful.
the reload section,
Yeah, well, you take your
while I
turn.
take my turn. So a move, and I'm going to go for another move, and then I need to loot So if I go 1, 2,
No, it's only your white dice. Your black dice don't count for
1,
ranged combat.
So,
3.
So I wouldn't die.
wait.
Tom
Come back.
survived.
We
by-
need to take this way back. So there's literally a picture here.
Okay.
That is the benefit of ranged combat, is it you're not taking damage, but you're only working with those dice.
Okay, so I do 2 damage to you then, because I had
Yes.
skull and a 5.
You had a skull and a 5.
Okay.
Blimey.
So you don't reload.
Yeah, but you do injury.
2 injury to you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh my god.
So I definitely don't get to
Screwed
reload.
this up so much.
The rulebook just
It's like, here is range combat, here is regular combat.
yeah.
They're not even the
But
same.
like regular combat,
Right.
it's like line it up here, and it's got this picture, right?
Yeah.
Let's show it off.
Glad. I'm
Regular combat goes line things up like this. Ranged combat is 2 pages that look like this. And it's like line up these dice to these dice.
Right.
Okay.
So you know how at the start when I said, do you understand how combat works?
I understand how melee combat works. Melee combat's easy.
So you only use white dice for ranged attacks.
So I don't do as many. So basically, I'll only be rolling for two injuries each turn with range combat.
Yeah.
But you can wipe someone out with melee combat.
Yeah.
But there's that risk of you
Taking damage yourself.
You- I
But
mean, you
can
could-
assign 3 dice.
Yeah, you could go 3, 2, 1 and just wipe someone out by rolling 6 white dice, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, so each one of these dice I assign is 2 white
I
dice.
Has a
believe
slot.
so,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like a slot.
It's
into
not
it.
just higher chance of. Okay.
Yeah.
But to do combat, you need to assign the combat action, right?
Yes.
No, that's melee combat.
Oh. Because I assigned that.
oh, in order to use your gun?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's.
So what it would have
Apparently
actually
that's not
been
right.
is a second dice there, so 2 more white dice rolls.
How did you screw this up
Correct.
so
Because I
badly?
thought to initiate combat, I had to put a dice on combat.
No, so if that's the case, that's melee. You would have had to have put it there.
second
That means
dice
you
there.
roll 2 more white
2 more
dice
white dice.
against what can we even remember what Tom had as
I mean,
defense?
I had a 4, a 4, and a 3 and a 2.
So 2 more white dice
Yeah.
gives me a 4 and a 2.
Yeah.
I've already increased one of my 4s to a 5, so I can't do that
Yeah.
again. Rolling a 2, though, does give me the small injury against you.
Does helmet stop that?
So I had a 5, a 4, a skull, and a 2. So skull is instant injury. 5 beats your 4, so 2 injuries.
Yeah. But then my 4 matches your 4.
Yeah. And then 2 is smaller than
And then
3.
2 is smaller than 3, and the shrink wouldn't have done anything.
Yeah. So it'd be
Only 2 injuries.
Still only 2
yeah.
injuries.
Cool.
Cool. Good to know.
Right. Wow.
We're learning.
We're
I love
learning.
it. It's a really interesting system of signing your dice and then hoping that's enough for you to defend with later on. But goddamn, the rulebook does not make it easy to
Can I
learn.
have the rulebook to read range combat while Lachlan is taking his turn?
Yeah.
Cool. Can I have the rulebook so I can know how to do range combat? No. All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Are we
Aye, aye,
ready?
Captain.
Chat, are you ready,
Ready,
for us to
spaghetti.
move this game along? Because I am going to do some actions now. So, my turn. We're going to move through my shield / barrier. Right?
Hey, that's cheating.
One.
Yeah, you can't
We're
do that in
gonna
Fortnite.
We're going to loot. We're going to take this. We're going to move. We're going to loot.
He has so much loot. Let's kill him.
We're going to move again.
Oh my god. Someone kill him. He's so
How about no?
tantalizingly cool.
What do you mean?
Well, you got 3 and the crown right there. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
Tom.
true. That's Naruto running in style. All right.
Got to go fast. Event card?
Event card.
Did Callum do an event card?
Yes. He did the crown.
Did the crown.
Event card. Gas on 3.
Okay, 3 is there, and
Gas token.
gas happens.
I'm just going to bring a bunch of gas tokens out.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
I don't know why you don't have that already.
Yeah.
Gas on 3.
Someone had some beans for lunch.
Cool. So I did all my actions. I've moved them into my combat line.
Yep.
That's what we're happy with. So then if we get into combat, then we can compare them again.
Yep.
But only for hand-to-hand combat.
Yes.
I'm doing a thing.
No, that's still for range combat. You just don't roll for range. So that's your defensive die, ranged or
Cool.
melee.
Tom, your turn.
I don't like all the bullshit that Callum has. So I'm going to attack him.
Do it.
Fair enough.
Fight him.
I'm leaving these two unassigned, so I'm going to roll them.
So did you assign anything?
Yeah, I assigned combat.
Oh, right, because you're injured.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
taken 2 injuries.
So you assigned combat. Cool.
I could heal, but like I'd have to move out, heal, and then move back in.
You
Like,
wouldn't have
maybe-
enough dice. You
No,
wouldn't.
maybe I would. Let's.
So you assigned 1 dice to your combat.
Yeah,
your
let's
combat
see if this is
space.
an option.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out how I got a 5, because I think that's meant to be.
Because you moved it up, but it wouldn't have been.
Yeah,
Because
because
I
you're.
moved it up.
Yeah.
You had.
I moved
Yeah.
the white die up, not that one.
Well, then just make it a 4.
Because that was a 5.
We're making it a 4.
I moved twice.
Lock it in.
I grabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that twice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 1, 2, I need a second 3. 4 and a second 3. There we go.
There we go. Rectified.
Boy, howdy.
We're good.
Proud of you, bud. All right. I could move out and heal and grab things, and he'd have to come into my trap, but not worth it. So I'm going to roll these dice to try and get them to be a 5 or a 6. And I know that at least one of them is going to be a 4 because that's what my thing is going to let me do. So I'm
your
hoping
Axe.
it's going to be enough. That's 2 3s.
So 1 can become a 4.
1 becomes a 4.
Yep. And then we start lining them up, boys.
4 and 3, I counter both of them.
Well, you got to line it up.
But the injury takes place first for what it's worth.
Yeah.
And did my defensive die do anything to lower your stuff?
No.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I don't believe so.
But check it because, man, the rules. You do take an injury because you've got no skulls and I've got a skull. So
Yeah,
you,
the rules.
You take an
Yeah, no.
injury.
Yeah, the rules.
Cool. 1 injury.
Uh-huh.
And then, yeah, we match up the rest of them.
4 meets 4, 3 meets 3.
Yeah.
Cool.
Are you double checking the combat rules?
Do you want to double check it because you're in combat?
I mean, you're in combat too. It's literally your dice that matter.
True. I mean, it doesn't actually change anything in this case because it would only lower the lowest. Therefore, I would beat you on defense.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking because it's your dice that matter.
I would just like to say.
For each unopposed die, if any, the player without a die to compare takes 1 small injury, reducing the value of their lowest die by 1 for each. So yes, I ignore 1 because of my helmet, and then I go down to 2, and I take an injury.
So we both get an injury marker.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, we both get extra points. You're welcome.
Cheers, bud.
I thought as a defender you didn't take.
You do in melee,
Oh,
not in
okay,
range.
not in range.
Look, we're fighting, Lachlan. We're fighting and we're having fun.
Thanks, Tom.
Oh
You're welcome.
my lord.
So your numbers now stay permanently lower, right? Because
Yeah, I'm actually on 3 points.
which dice did you take? I'm missing 1. Oh no, the one's injured.
Yeah, you got injured.
Yeah. All right, that's cool. That's all good. Now,
Hello, Cadmus. How you doing? This is a game of fighting people and playing battle royale with dice. And some things work really well, and some things aren't written well. And we should stop shitting on the
The
game.
really important part is now you put your numbers over here, including the lowered numbers that I just lowered.
Yeah, I'm well aware. So I have a
yep.
skull, and I have my lower one got injured.
And it was a 4, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So next, Tom does a event.
Eventy poos.
Eventy poos.
More gas on 2. Someone's been eating beans, and because there is already gas on 2, I believe.
Each adjacent space becomes
Was it each or
gaseous.
2 adjacent spaces?
I believe it was 2.
Okay, how do we randomize that?
I think it's literally the outermost 2,
Yeah.
because otherwise it would be hitting the center real quick.
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
Gas.
Sorry?
Gas? What about for when gas went next to gas?
When gas
Oh,
hits the
so
gas zone,
when gas hits gas, then it goes into the next available 2 spaces.
Yeah.
outmost first.
Sounds good.
Cool.
All right, now it's my turn.
I don't want to have to read that rule again. It's somewhere. It's on the
How y'all doing?
reference
What were you guys playing today? how is your afternoon? It's probably afternoon for most people at this point, unless, as I said, it's the opposite. It's probably not afternoon because we're in the future and everyone else can suck it.
I love being in the future.
It's quite nice.
Hi, New Zealand. You're in the future too.
Yeah, I was like, there's not many places in the future ahead of us other than the eastern states and New Zealand.
Yeah,
Eastern states don't exist.
Eastern states suck. Why am I going there? I am keen to go to the Eastern States. Hey, if you're going to PAX Oz, we'll let you know what we're doing. It's gonna be a good time.
All right, I've got my turn worked out.
What are you doing? You gonna come in and steal the kill?
4 is a move, and 2 was a pickup. Is a pick me up, getting some loot crates. Next, I'm gonna move with a 3 into the center zone and prepare for some biffage. And then 3 is an activate, so I'm going to activate the special ability of the cornucopia, which is to drop all of my loot off, and I receive these 2 tokens into my
Get
inventory.
a whole 4 pointy dues.
Yes, I'm keen. 4 points for me.
I appreciate you, Chris, for not trying to take the kill on Tom.
Yeah.
I'm honestly
the
surprised you
kill
didn't.
steal.
You literally just have to
Hey, one of you's going to die, and then I can clean up the other.
you can literally guarantee the kill.
But I would rather not die myself. So then, as my character, Dax,
Chaos.
I'm going to move this dice into my unassigned zone. And then don't fight me, guys. Event.
Event for Chris Tofu.
Announcement. So
there are different ones.
For this round,
It's the one that we talked about before. We get rid of one of those ones.
The leftmost, did it say?
Yep. So
Get rid of
we
the
are
leftmost
getting
bar
rid
graph.
of that lovely first person to get
One of
the
each
person who has the most of
kind.
everything, and instead we have next person to get a ranged reload.
ranged kill. Oh my
I
god.
wonder who that's gonna be.
Callum, it's your turn,
No,
bro.
we need to add a trophy, correct?
Oh,
Yes.
yes, to the
one?
rightmost one. Here we go.
What's the rules, master?
Where did you
Here's
put that
the
quick reference that you just
rules.
had?
Oh, I gave it to Chris. There's a French.
I don't know. Other side.
Yeah, see, they're way in the past. It's only 7 o'clock on a Friday
Announcement.
night.
Discard the left. Okay. Score each the most movement between the team. 1 achievement fame token into their fame supply, and 1 achievement fame token to the leftmost achieved card.
Score each most achievement in the display from left to right without discarding. The player or team that earns the achievement adds 1 achievement fame token to their fame track from the supply. Add 1 achievement fame token to the leftmost achievement card. So the other one said discard. This one is not a discard.
Okay.
It's a score what's there.
Yeah, so that's probably how it happens. So
So-
whoever has the most.
Is it the biggest score or the like they've got multiples? Because in
Anyone
that
who
case,
meets
it's
that.
me.
Who meets the criteria?
I thought it would be, anyone who meets the criteria. So someone,
Jack of all trades. At the end of the game, the player or team that has the most variety among all tokens on their fame track.
So
There
Tom
you are.
scores
the
and
card
getting
that
the
Tom has the
token.
most variety.
Let's go! I got victory once for doing nothing.
Well done.
You get that one, and we add a new one to the leftmost there.
It's 7 p.m. Friday here still. Nice.
Way in the past.
Which once again, I'm just going to give a pile of these down here, and we're going to add 1 to the leftmost.
There we go.
Okay. Well, let's start with assigning that because I want to drop my stuff off. Let's.
No, so I get one from the supply,
Yep.
and then we add one to there. So that one is now
that's-
worth 2.
Okay.
Why?
So this is for endgame scoring,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
So the big ones with the tally are for endgame scoring. The little ones with the shock, I believe you get whatever is on that card when you complete it. 'Cause that
Right,
results.
okay.
There's some cool stuff going on in this game. I like the way this game makes you think and play.
By the end of it,
Pick the rules.
by the end of it, no, I think the rules are fine. I think we'll talk about it at the end.
We'll talk about it
the
when we
end.
review the game.
But yeah, where I think once we get one good round happening where it's been a smooth play, because I don't think we had a single smooth play other than picking up and
man.
looting. Like, combat has still been the hardest thing for us, and I think we'll get to a point where we'll be like, in the game, we'll be like, sick, we finally figured out how to do it. We've been playing the game wrong the entire time.
Yeah, you're like Spartacus.
Okay.
We did check it out on, I think this was on TTS. I loaded up the mod. I looked at the rules a punch, but man, things just don't make sense until you get it to the table.
100%.
So, Tom, you have a skull, right? So you're automatically going to negate a skull
Yeah.
that I put against you. Okay.
Where'd your skull come from?
When I assigned combat last turn,
Did you use it?
Yeah, but still, it stays as a skull.
still says the skull.
It just means any skulls I roll, I have to roll an additional one to
Yeah,
deal
make the
injury.
difference. Skull step, then damage step, Lachlan. It's all on the stack. What are you working with, Callum?
Actually, no.
So, did you say you had a skull in that? So, cleanup step is players return any action dice in their skull pools to their defense pool.
Yeah, so it just becomes a roll next turn.
It comes a roll.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
I was like,
Okay, cool.
no, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Don't. I just read that again, and I had to reread it.
I'm going to confirm the kill on Tom by rolling.
Prevents you from
2
holding
steps
onto a
of
skull.
Do it.
Cool. So I'm going to start by dropping off my stuff.
Oh, I'm going to do this kind of stuff. I'm about to die.
So that's my drop-off action.
How many points did you just score?
2 yellow.
2 yellow, 4.
Look at you go. Takes the lead.
I am then going to roll against Tom.
boys,
So
boys.
white dice are getting rolled at Tom. 6 and a 2, so skull and a 2.
I think you do it all at once.
So you roll 4 white dice.
Yeah.
I can't
So
say kill you and then roll against Chris.
I don't believe so.
You can only take one combat action in a turn because you have to assign the combat.
Yeah, that's melee combat.
no, that is combat.
We
just
Okay.
had this.
Sorry.
we went
So
through that.
these ones
Take a
here.
ranged action, all of the requiring must be true. The active player has an equipment with a ranged action equipped and an available action
Yep.
space. The target is within the range of the weapon, and the active player has an unobstructed line of sight.
Cool.
You don't
We're
need
happy
to
with that?
you don't need to assign combat to do that. That is assigning ranged combat.
Sick. So next step, roll the dice.
Yeah.
Let's read it.
The active player rolls the number of dice of the shooting directly on the equipment card being used. So I guess
So 2 dice?
maybe
Yep.
you could just do 2.
Yep. So
Yep.
just 2, and then you can choose after to attack
Correct.
me.
So if I were to do 2 rolls, I could then roll at Tom.
Yeah.
If it kills him, I can then roll at Chris.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So a 6 and a 2. So this is when taking a ranged combat action, increase the value of any shooting die by 1.
Yeah,
So I'm taking a
just
ranged
standard.
combat action,
2
so
to
the
3.
2 becomes a 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Next thing.
Tom,
Skulls?
you roll your skull, correct, as
Yeah.
defense?
That is
not
a
bad,
4.
Not bad.
Cool.
Not bad, but not great.
So the skull is still an injury. I
Yep.
have more injuries than you have.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You do a single injury to me with that skull. I reload. Combat ends. Congratulations.
So you get an injury token and a reload token.
Correct, Amanda.
Callum is gonna win like very soon.
Good.
Oh, scathing.
Look at
Then,
those points.
With my second combat action, I'm going to roll against Chris.
yeah.
So that's my 3 went up there. 2 dice getting rolled against you, Chris.
Oh
skulls.
wow. You jammy dodger. I get to roll at least 2. So if I'm as lucky as you are, and I'm not,
No, cool.
and then I put these out against that attack and suffer 2 injuries.
Yep,
Pretty much.
So,
So
my
your 2
injuries-
lowest. They're automatic injuries.
Yep.
Whoop-on.
And I then get another injury token because I injured Chris because it's a different combat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then for your final trick,
For my final trick, I am running into Tom's trap.
Question for combat.
Yep.
Combat is the last action you can take in an action in the action phase.
Okay.
So I don't think you get to move after.
Assigning dice. Taking free actions. Dice are not rolled. They're assigned to the action space. So now you can do stuff in any order.
yeah.
Range combat.
It's all just in the action phase.
Okay. Have the rulebook. Yes.
I mean, yeah, I still haven't figured out how to respawn, but
Respawn, you're not on the map, therefore you roll dice and choose where you're dropping, boys.
yeah, no, I need to check what I lose,
Oh,
which I'm fairly sure is everything. But
Everything except a starting
That's-
weapon, right? You get a
that's
new
me.
gun.
I'm
Oh,
still
shit.
alive.
Oh, can't we just kill you instead?
I'd love to. I really would. Yeah, actions are taken in any order you need.
Yep. Except for it says right here on close combat, but
Okay, so close combat's the last action.
close combat is the last action that you can take.
Okay.
Word for word, if a player takes a close combat action, it is always the last action of their turn.
And what does it say for ranged?
So ranged, if at any time during the resolution of combat action, a player is forced to reload, the combat action ends immediately,
Yeah.
which is fine.
So ranged combat's OP is what I'm getting from this.
Yeah. Combat actions in Reload, split into range and close combat, are taken by players trying to injure their opponents or force them to reload. Ranged combat actions allow a player to attack an opposing player without risk of being injured. Close combat actions allow a player to target an opposing player in the same hex with the added risk of retaliation. If at any time during the resolution of combat action a player is forced to reload, the combat action ends immediately.
Yeah.
And they started a new combat action against Chris.
Yeah.
Yo, that SMG is kind of bullshit.
No.
No. It makes you quite undefended because
Yeah.
like 3 is its highest roll.
But just the fact that he can do three attacks with it.
Yeah.
How do I
Each with 2 die.
use items?
It's a very good question.
I believe that's a equipment. It's like an activate.
Like, I think you have to assign it to your area to use at the start of your turn. But
Like,
I've
what
also
area
not
do I
seen.
assign it?
Free actions. These actions do not require assigning an action die to perform, but must be taken while the player has at least one unassigned action dice. You need to have an unassigned action dice, which is special items.
Okay, cool. So I'm then going to move out into Tom's trap,
Yep.
and I'm going to attempt to disarm it.
Well, it activates.
It activates when I get there, right? So
Yeah.
I need it then.
Yeah.
That's what I
So-
need. That's what I figured.
Pick
So,
You're going to attempt to disarm it. My trap's going to attempt to fuck your day up.
paper.
And I can't even remember. Scissors. Suck
Oh,
it. Take
no.
damage, nerd.
What do I take?
Cool. So, injure. The player loses to the trap. The trap is returned to its owner's face down, and the player takes 1 injury. That's you. You're the player.
Yep.
Takes 1 injury. The owner of the trap adds 1 trap fame token and 1 injury fame token to their fame track. If the trap causes the player to reload, the owner of the trap adds 1 reload fame token to their fame track
so
instead
many
of 1
points.
injury. And you're going to get the
So,
Yep.
other ones.
I not only get an injury and a
That's a trap mark. Oh, no, sorry. This is the trap.
trap mark is bigger.
It's the blue one.
Yeah. So I get 2 points.
See, that's what I was going for. I wanted those points.
Yeah.
That's why I was like,
I get the injury
Yeah.
and the trap. Then I also get these 2
Yeah, if
from
you had done it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so hard though because it's a 3. But, I
From
mean,
this-
like, one of them's you're going to beat it, one of them's nothing's going to happen and you just stop your turn.
Yeah.
The other one, which is what you had, unfortunately.
Am I tied with you on points? Not quite.
No. I am 3 points, 2 points ahead of you.
I don't know how to tell.
Tom's break is here.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm going off, and I am.
But I am well in the lead for this bad boy.
Yeah.
This happens. This is done. No one cares about it anymore. They saw their things happen.
Guys, I'm doing so
this-
well.
This one didn't come out, so I'm going to shuffle it back into the deck.
I'm doing so well.
You are
proud of you,
doing
Lachlan.
so well.
You're ready to drop off some points though.
Yeah.
If you get the
kill it.
king token and
Is it my turn now?
it is your turn.
Yes.
If you get the king token and those in, like you are equal with me on points.
Yeah.
And we have an end game score of collector.
Person with the most purple loot.
That's good for Lachlan. Wow, that green screen's supposed to be on.
Cool.
There we go.
It's also nice to note, though, that Lachlan's ability doesn't apply on green ones. So
Yeah.
you can't activate it here in direction.
No, but he will be running into the
the
lead
time?
on this one.
Thing is that.
Really
Yeah.
quickly. Did you did an event?
I did not do an event.
Yeah.
What do we have?
Earthquake!
Oh god.
Anyone not in a mountain has something happen.
The highest one is re-rolled, and anyone who's on a mountain has their 2 highest re-rolled.
That
Right.
explosion is a symbol, though, right? Like, that means... That was in the quick reference. That is combat line die. Indicates a die on the combat line.
Okay.
So your highest die gets re-rolled.
Oh, this is a disaster.
Anyone on a mountain has 2 re-rolled, but no one is on a mountain at the moment.
So 1 re-rolled.
Everyone re-rolls their highest die. I don't, because I'm dead.
That's
I don't really care
true.
because I'm about to reassign them anyway.
Yeah,
Oh shit, mine's a 2.
Mine's a 1.
Lachlan, get in and do some damage.
I can't do that, unfortunately.
You got a big shotgun.
How about you just... It's a machine. Actually,
Same shape.
Looks like
it's
a
not
shotgun.
the rules. We can't read or look at pictures. Now,
That's true.
that's not even reading at that point. That's just looking at an image.
I don't know what happened there.
I was thinking that maybe you'd get to do 2 games given the game length. Look, I'd be keen, but we'll see how long this one goes. We're not even halfway through.
Okay, so
I mean, I'm
going to
You are.
I'm going to loot. So I get this one. It goes into my pool.
Yeah.
I'm then going to 1, 2, 3 because I can't go through the barrier.
Yes.
That's all my movement. And then I had an activation to drop them all off.
Nicely done. Okay. All of a sudden, you're not doing that terribly.
I'm not doing that terribly, but I'm not doing great either, so
I mean, you're only 3 points behind Callum. Just kill him.
fair enough. All right, I'm going to quickly
It's actually- I
duck
think
to
it's
the
4 points
loo, I
behind
think,
me.
since I've
Yeah,
just
I
taken
don't-
my turn.
Count your points up for me, because I've got you on 11.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So
Yep.
unless that's worth.
No,
4, 3. Yeah.
Oh,
But it just
maybe
doesn't look. No, I think they're not even 1, 2, 3. I think it's like 2, 4, 7.
Yeah.
And
The game-
there's
Yeah, they're
more
barely
increments.
I was about to say, yeah, these injury ones are actually a little bit bigger
They're like
than
1.5 times.
We tried to stack them on top, so reloads are worth 7.
Yeah,
Oh,
they-
wow.
If you're
That's
going by
7.
number.
And then-
I'd love to go by number. I'm just kind of roughly guessing it, to
Check
be honest.
those numbers. But yeah, they
no,
have
no,
them,
what
but
about
they
it?
don't stack on them perfectly.
Where-
So if
where
you had a
are the
reload and you put tokens on top of it, they would not equal
Yeah.
7.
This
So.
game is cool, man.
Where are the numbers?
This game's cool. Just
Yeah.
kind of cool. Kind of a little bit.
While Lachlan's going to the toilet, let's add up scores. So Lachlan is on 16 points.
Jesus, okay.
It's pretty good.
But that doesn't. So that was if we were doing like in game, right?
Tom, you're changing it?
Yeah.
Okay. Tom, you are on 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 points.
Mm-hmm.
I am on 3, 6, 9, 12, 16, 20, 27 points. And Chris is on 8 points.
Nice and simple.
How many were you on?
27.
Yeah. I think the problem I'm finding with this game, I like the mechanics, and we'll review it all properly at the end, is just they don't make it easy enough to do anything.
As in mechanics-wise, or the rules aren't
rules-wise. It's
Yeah.
like, all right, here, like, cool, fill these things up. Oh, there are points for them, but they don't really matter. But they do matter, but they don't really matter. It's like there's combat, but the combat's totally different. But it isn't different. But here's how we show it's different.
Yeah.
I'm gonna respawn in.
Where would you
Lachlan-
like to spawn, Tom?
Well, did Lachlan do an event? That was Lachlan's event. The
the
mountains?
earthquake.
No, mine was the earthquake.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, Lockie's.
Lachlan hasn't done an event. Lachlan's event is contamination into 4.
Okay.
Contamination into...
So that mountain is now off limits.
Oh.
Maybe that's bad. I mean, I'd like to get some items, but yeah, it's not fantastic for me anywhere, is it? I'm gonna try and end up over here. So let's get my dice and figure out what I'm doing. I'm gonna move. Let's do 2 movement. Because if I get blown off course, I'm gonna be like 3 away. Let's do 3 movement, a build, and an activate. But I still didn't find in the rules if I lose all my stuff. I'm fairly sure I do.
Lachlan did read somewhere that you draw 1 new card, correct?
Yes, I do.
You come back with 1 basic.
All right, pass me a basic
Is
card.
it best to 2 and pick 1, or is it you get what you get?
Honestly, just give him 1. I don't know.
Like, there was so much going on that I could not find out.
It is a time trying to figure out where things are.
Yeah.
Like, I think that for a game,
With so many icons and so many symbols.
I think that's we will talk about it at the end. But I think I'm about to use it.
I'm trying to take my turn.
Okay. It was one of the things is that like it goes back to like D&D 5e if anyone has ever played it, but it should be laid out in such a way that things are listed in sort of like alphabetical order, where you've got your different races, so dwarves, humans.
Oh, no.
What else? You like Fae or whatever. But they're all in like, they should be in alphabetical order. But in the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rulebook, they're not in alphabetical order, which means it's very hard for you to go and find what you need, because it being a expository text, it should be laid out in a way that it is easy to go back and reference. And this rulebook, unfortunately, suffers from that a little bit, where you think you should go back to this
reference
page to find things, and the fact is that you have to refer to the quick reference page as well as a separate thing, as opposed to having it on the rulebook. So that makes it a little bit tricky as well.
Cool. When you respawn, you get 2 2-star cards and keep 1,
Okay, cool.
which is slightly nicer
Send
for
us
me.
that
Cool.
green one back.
Where did you find the ruling for respawning?
Where the reload happens after damage.
Nice. So it's
It's in order.
goddamn.
Go gadget arms.
Go Gadget Arms.
Do, 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 do.
It's a good thing we got Go Gadget Chris over here.
Yep.
All right.
Where did we drop? We actually, I think everyone has dropped exactly where they wanted, except for Chris.
I got blown a little, of course, but it's okay. I made the most of
That's
that hand.
a discard.
Okay.
All right. Now that I've got my item, let's figure out what I actually want to do.
Yeah.
Because
So Tom is currently on his board. He hasn't reloaded. He's not in. So step 1, he was to choose his actions.
yep.
He has got his piece of equipment and everything is reset to how it should be. Now he is deciding where he's going to drop, because he's going to parachute in. So he gets to choose the center hex, or any of the hexes around it, and then he's going to pick that and he's going to roll 2 dice. Those 2 dice are going to determine whether or not he lands directly on that, or the wind drifts him in a certain direction. Chat box is not liking apostrophes. Okay.
Weird.
So, Tom, do you know where you want to drop?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do after that.
Yep.
You want to find your way to the nearest submachine gun and use it as often as possible.
All right. I am going to.
It's all
Yeah,
about that.
I'm also having to weigh up, like, cool, I've just dropped in and I don't have any defense, unlike some of you which have had stuff happen. So I'm going to drop in and move twice, and then assign 3 dice to my lovely new friend, the assault rifle.
Hey.
Which is basically just a bigger, better version of Callum's SMG, because I get better dice to roll with it, a 3, a 2, and a 2, as opposed to a 3, a 2, and a 1, and it can damage 1 hex away.
Except it's 2 hands.
It is two-handed.
Oh no, what a terrible shame!
It is. Well, like, you couldn't have a riot shield as well.
exactly.
So, like,
You
you
see,
could.
you've got to remember Callum only has 1 hand.
It's the old one-arm Callum.
This ableist game there.
Okay. So you've assigned 3
Yep.
to that gun.
And
Yep.
where are you dropping, Tom?
I'm gonna drop in the center.
Smack dab in the
So
middle.
Tom's going to try and pop straight in the middle there.
Yep.
See if he gets blown off course.
All right.
3 and a 3.
A
Did
3
I
and a
move-
3 is
Sorry, I moved
Snake
the wrong
Eyes.
person out. My mistake.
No, fair.
So, yeah, I thought that was a bit strange, but it didn't click. So he's rolled Snake Eyes, which they are the exact same number, so he is going to land directly where he wanted to.
Yep. That I would have gone somewhere different because I was trying to target you.
Okay.
But that's fine.
Where
Like,
would you have
I
dropped on
would
my
just gone
space?
here.
Or,
Like, I can shoot you from this space, right?
Yeah.
yeah, because I'm not in hidden.
Yeah, I would have gone
Okay.
here and been
Oh,
one space away
because
from you.
you're doing it because Callum's injured, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically both you and Callum have the same amount of injuries. Callum's a dickhead, and the rest of my life is about killing him.
So
He's further ahead in points. That's
So
what
you
the
would
issue
like to
is.
drop
I
here.
would like to drop there. Yes.
Okay, so Tom is going to drop here.
Yep.
Callum just did a retroactively had moved his wrong character, which
Which
impacted
doesn't
Tom's.
actually change.
It does, because he could have landed in here, but there's a wall in between you guys.
Yeah.
And he's got
it
range.
really doesn't actually change much. I could have just landed there and then used my 2 movement. Like,
Yeah.
it's fine.
I mean, you could have
Basically-
shot him from there anyway.
Basically, I didn't want to end up on that track.
You can't shoot through walls.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, it can't shoot through walls.
So,
But I
Tom,
also don't want to be near you guys.
you've parachuted in. Congratulations. We now move on to the action phase.
I'm shooting Callum 3 times.
Blah, blah.
Probably.
Hopefully.
I have 2 dice from my assault rifle, is what it looks like. So I get 2 dice, and if a 3 or a 2 matches, actually no, it's the one that I'm using, right? And this is where I'm
I
confused.
believe.
Yeah.
Because you're using the 3 first.
So you spend the 3, you put it into your combat line.
So this is your combat line, is
Yeah.
the action of combat. So imagine it was like down the bottom here, right? It would be one of the little trackers.
Yeah.
So that is assigned combat, and assigned combat. So
But
we're
I
going
mean,
to use
to
the
activate
3.
the ability. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we're
need to
using
roll
the
a
3.
Yeah.
Is the one that you're using.
Yep.
So the 2s really could stay on there.
Yeah, but I'm just going for matching right now, or to try and deal injuries. It's a skull and a 5.
Not
That's
bad.
pretty good.
Cool.
Currently, that is 2 injuries, and that would kill Callum.
So, do these do anything to those numbers? I don't remember.
No, so
Not arranged.
Not for range.
those are opposing. So a skull beats a 3, and then a 5 beats your second 3. So those are 2 injuries because there's no other
And
modifiers.
that kills me.
That kills you, and you reload. Tom gets an injury.
The question is then,
Fame token.
are you letting me drop where I wanted to drop, and therefore I can move in and start shooting you guys as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
So those 2 are Tom's.
Let's go. I scored. Well, you weren't gonna have to remember how many points these are worth, but I scored
7 and 3.
7
I
and
think
3. All right.
10 points.
10
I
points.
score 10 points.
It's very hard to judge because of the way the symbols are, but they are fantastic and probably one of the best features of this game. I mean, I'm really keen to have some chat about it. I'm definitely going to like roll back a little bit about my criticisms because I think that it's our fault. A lot of this is not going as well as it
A
could
little
do.
bit. The rulebook didn't make it easy, but for now, I've killed Callum. I am going to spend one of my movements to go into there,
And then blah blah.
and then I'm going to blap Chris.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to match 2s to deal injuries to you.
Good luck, Chris.
That is a 4 and a 2.
Thank goodness. I do defend both of those. I have a 4 and a 3.
Sweet. One of them does become an injury, so your 2 becomes a 1.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
minor injury. Suppose that happened again 2 or 1. Does that count as a big injury then?
I don't believe so.
Okay. It would just turn my 3 to a 2.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
And then Tom's taking one more shot.
One more shot at Chris, because why not, right?
Trying to kill me because I've got 2 injuries already.
2 and a 2.
I do defend
Yeah.
those as well.
Okay.
Bad
One
luck
does
with the
become
rolls.
injury again, but you're already on one.
Already on
So
one.
we are very happy with how that works now.
I think so.
That was
I
a lot
think
smoother.
The only question I have right now is how the injuries when you're already on a 1 works. But
Sorry, if you were on a 1 and to reduce
I
it.
think that's
I-
beneficial for melee combat. So range combat, you're burst firing, you're blap.
Yeah,
so you
you're
hit
trying to
top
beat his
armor.
highest ones.
Melee combat with your excess, you're lowering his lowest, which gives you a higher chance of being able to
Yeah.
whack it in.
yeah.
So basically, yeah, as range combat, the deficit is you're trying to roll against his highest roll.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so that is your
Hey, look, I killed someone.
combat. You do have a move left,
I do have a move left.
so you could move somewhere.
You know what? I think I might. I think I
Behind the
might
wall?
run away and get over into here
Oh, yeah. Okay.
to maybe pick up some extra items in the near future. See what happens.
So flip that event.
You can't tell me what to do. Gaff in 1.
Uh-oh. That's real near to you.
Yeah, I wasn't going there anyway.
Yeah, I mean you can still get in and out.
Yeah,
it's only
I
to
can-
end your turn.
I can get in and out real quick.
Oh, good. Actually, third way to end the game is if everything except the cornucopia, I believe, is covered in gas.
Yeah, if
yes.
the cards come out in the right way, that gas gets filled up.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Which it can happen because obviously once it starts to hit space, it starts to expand
Yeah,
quite fast.
that's fair.
Which is like this game has, even though it's been a little bit of a slug, seems to be speeding up, and it would be very quick. I think,
Thematically
if we were
great,
to play.
Hey, Chris, it's your turn.
Okay. Oh, wait, there are injuries. I can't do anything.
Yeah,
Can we pull this back towards us a smidge because it's off the table?
Yeah, might as well just a little bit. You can try.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, good enough.
Cool.
Can you pass me the rulebook just for the fun of it?
Absolutely not.
I need it.
Rulebook check.
Rulebook check counter definitely needs to exist. Hello,
Honestly,
Stefan.
yeah.
How you doing?
And it should like update in another scene, so then that way it's like when we get to the review or something, it's like rulebook check. We checked it this many times.
Yeah, we should like a counter. When can you use items? Anytime you like.
So
need an excess
You need
die to
an
use it.
excess dice. So you need an unassigned dice to be able to use special items.
Oh, yeah.
Or that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
That's
it.
it.
So with one unassigned die, you could use 5 excess items that you had because you have 1 unassigned.
Okay. That.
Which is healing. Bet.
I'll leave an unassigned dice there. So now that I have an unassigned dice, I can use my item.
You'll be able to use your item as an action, yes.
Okay, and that is painkillers, which simply heals me for 1.
Yep.
So I'll do that. So then this goes into unassigned, right?
I believe it does.
I can't use it this round.
That would make sense. That's your deficit.
But it also means you've got it ready to roll.
Yeah. Let's move out of the death trap and into Tom's line of fire.
Yep. It just moves into your defense pool, which is
And
that
I'll use an action
shield
to
symbol.
pick up this loot crate.
Wow. Spy drop.
And
Fame token.
that's
Fame
moving
token.
to...
Objective. Do the objective. Play the objective.
Moving to the end of my turn, Dax, I get to move the lowest dice of mine into unassigned. And then I'll resolve an event card, which is toxic gas.
On 4,
On 4.
which pops to here and here.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's a lot of gas.
There's gas filling up the arena.
There and there.
So with that ruling, Chris's turn ends. Does that mean you were in the gas or only on your turn?
If I'm in the gas in my end step.
Okay.
So now it's my turn. I draw 2 blue cards, and I get to pick one of them to begin the game. I lose all these items as well, don't I?
Yeah. And any victory points tokens that you had, any objective tokens, any King of the Hill tokens would drop on the space where you were.
Yep.
So man, Lachlan was a big target and got away with it.
Yeah, but you guys are all fighting, but I'm still nowhere near where you guys are. I have to get in and boop someone.
You've also taken a whole turn less than I have.
Between a semi-auto pistol and a sniper rifle, I like the idea of staying away from you guys.
Well, nice.
Oh, he's playing range,
There
boys.
it is. There's
0
the
to
sniper
2
range.
What's the bet? Callum just goes and hides on this mountain up
That's
here.
all I need to do.
You gotta do it, man.
That gives me 0 to 3 range.
You only get one shot a turn.
I only get 1 shot a turn, but
But if you roll a 1, it's...
It's
Just to be clear, because that's what I was double checking, those bonuses, when you match your dice, happen after combat's resolved.
Yeah.
So you would do all your combat, check for hits, and then my bleed would come through, or in your case, your
Yeah.
injuries would come through.
which I think that makes the most sense because we were overcomplicating it, I think.
Yeah.
Whereas having it happen at the end is way smoother,
Yeah.
way easier.
Okay. Let me assign some movement for starters. Let's do some of this. Let's do some looting, I reckon. So I'll go somewhere and I'll loot something.
we actually looted a lot, hey?
Yeah. Does the game end if all the loots are done?
No.
No, they're just extra ways to boost yourself toward
Yeah.
the end.
You just want to start killing people.
I thought in the video that we watched there was some
Yeah.
of the doors running in.
No.
Okay.
End game, last page.
You sure? It could be anyone.
Sorry, second last page on the inside. At the top.
Halfway down. Halfway down the top section.
Yeah,
I've become very accustomed with this rulebook.
Paragraph number 12.
only when the last event was resolved, or... Yeah.
So, event, gas, tracker.
Tracker, yeah.
It doesn't actually say the gas here.
Okay. But I'm pretty sure it is because
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to do anything.
Yeah, you just sit there and kill each other until someone reaches the end.
Exactly. Oh, where are you going to drop?
Yeah, so
Okay.
entertaining.
I'm planning on dropping here. So I've assigned my dice and I'm planning on dropping right there.
Okay.
I like the
trap.
idea of
Hit the
landing
trap.
on
Hit the
the-
trap. Hit the trap.
4 and a 3. So a 3 pulls me this way and a 4 pulls me that way. So I land exactly where I want
Hey,
to
that,
land.
it adds up to 7, so you're all good.
Perfect. I'm going to start with my build action and drop a trap. So if anyone
He's turtling, boys.
would like to follow me,
Build walls,
Turtling.
trap him in the gas.
I am then going
I
to
wonder if you could, like, build someone into a corner.
You could, but they could demolish it.
Use-
Because they
yeah.
can use
So
a build action to
build
demolish.
action.
Demolish
Yep.
it, yeah.
I'm using 2 of my move actions to get up into the mountainside here.
Oh,
Yep.
God, here we go. He's good.
Build action, sorry, that one's there. I use my build action. I'm then using my loot action to claim that guy. And I'm going to take a shot at Chris with my sniper rifle.
Do you have line of sight?
Straight through here.
Technically, yeah, there's no walls in the way.
Man, line of sight is the one thing I didn't check in this game. And
Easy, line of sight. So, how line of sight works is you get the quickest route towards someone.
Yep.
You find the shortest avenue. If there's a wall, it blocks your line of sight. If there's the shrubbery, then it would also...
Line of sight.
No, so shrubbery doesn't actually block your line of sight. That was when you're in there.
Inside.
In there, you could use your range
Yeah,
in
okay.
a 0.
So I'm shooting at Chris from this mountainside over
So
here.
from Chris, so yep, 1, 2, 3. Happy with that.
Yeah.
You've got line of sight.
Through the shrubbery.
A skull and 3, and my 3 becomes a 4.
Okay, I have 3 unassigned dice, so I'm going to roll those and hope for the best. Give me a skull. Give me a skull. Bruh.
Cool.
But you did get a 5, so
He already had a 4 though, so that already bounces off. That's fine.
So I suffer 1 injury, which would be my 3, the lowest, right?
I believe so.
Cool. So injury to Chris, I get an injury.
Get some
token.
more injury points.
You do?
That's my turn.
Well done. That's a good weapon.
Event.
Guys, we were trying to keep the sniper rifles away from Callum.
I think we're trying to keep the sniper rifles away from everyone, really.
Supply drop.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
A 2-star and a 3-star.
No, so the rules say that the first supply drop is a 2-star. Every supply drop after that is a 3-star, and there is a supply drop that drops to each village.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, we didn't even have to look at the rule book for that one. Callum actually read it ahead of time.
I don't believe it.
Because I looked at it, I'm like, when do purple supply drops come out?
Yeah.
And it's every
Every now and then.
cumulative after the first supply drop.
Cool. All right. Lucky, it's your turn.
Quick rules question for the rules master. It's only 2 movement to get into a mountain, not out of a mountain.
Yeah.
Correct.
You know what? If it was, I don't care. Like,
No, you're running down the mountain. Just start rolling.
Yeah,
Go full Sonic.
it's 0.
it's zero. Cheese,
I
what
could,
it
I
is.
could build a
dome.
dome and hang out in there, right?
You could, yes.
Yes, Fairy, you were going for a few and the scores are doubled because we were actually scoring wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was giving it like a rough scoring based on how big the tokens were.
The game has numbers
They've
evaluated
got
on.
numbers. To be honest, you should have the numbers on the back. Like,
Yeah,
But the whole concept is that, like,
Yeah,
they
it's not an
assign
exact-
numbers, but you don't need the numbers at all.
no,
because
it's
at the end of the
just
day,
because we're wanky and want to track things.
because at the end of the day, so I think really what would happen for the scoring, right, is that you could tally it if no one got to the end of the game ended, or if you get to the end, it's like sick. It's a race to the finish line, and whoever's makes to the star, and you could have had like 4 points, right? That could have got you to that end line. Probably not 4 points, but you'd have like very small amount of points. But if you were to finish just shy of it and no one made it to the end, then something like Tom's would possibly beat Callum's, right?
Dude, I'm working on that endgame scoring right now. Like, I think I've got this one pretty much locked down at this stage.
I have to say, I don't like Chris's trap there because I like the idea in my head of being able to move in there, get that loot, and move back out again.
Yeah.
But the trap has that chance of snaring me, meaning I'll take the damage.
Yeah,
by
that's
getting
a
stuck
good
there.
point too. So
It has been nice.
especially when the gas is there too.
I believe it's Lachlan's turn. What are you doing
get there and
with
build my
this
dome.
this
Be like,
time's action?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Please tell me it's stabbing Chris in the back.
it is not stabbing Chris. in
Do
the back.
better.
Chris hasn't shot me. I haven't shot him. It's a good game, right? So 1, 2, loot.
Buckle my shoe.
3, build.
Build trap.
The trap or a dome.
Oh, he's building a wall.
He's building a wall.
Yeah, so
Ladies and gentlemen.
I can build
fancy.
2 walls. So I imagine I can move one of these ones over here. Rule book. Rule book. So the building of walls, just to make sure.
Apologies. I think I didn't move the camera there. Lachlan moved out, grabbed stuff from in here, moved back out, and built a wall.
Says place or move up to 2 of their walls along adjacent edges. So this is where I could take one from over here and move it to over here because this is the
cool.
area that I'm in. Cool. I could have actually moved that one as well over here,
Yeah.
but
What's the point? Extra wall
exactly.
on that.
So that was my action phase, and I didn't do a combat. So these are just going to go now into the defense line. It's all coming together. It's
all
all
coming
making
together.
sense.
All
It's
coming
getting
up.
there. All right, I'm going to do a bit of a weird turn.
I'd like to see this played in teams.
Teams would be really cool. Maybe we'll do that in the future if that's something you want to see.
Have you looked at the team rules? Like, do you know?
Yeah,
if
you just get more points for healing you.
But can
Yeah.
you like drop items for each other, or is it still?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Uh,
I like that. That's cool.
I believe so.
Yeah, I can't tell, but I think the team is on 1 tracker instead of 2.
Yeah.
So you'll.
Okay. One
there's only.
longer tracker.
I don't think it's longer. I think it's the same, but
You can make it longer.
Maybe.
It's
I guess you
puzzle
could.
pieces.
You could make it longer. We'd have to check it.
I am going to pick up, build, and then shoot Chris a bunch. It's a pretty standard move for me at this
That
point.
makes sense as to what the other side of these are, because that symbol matches that symbol, and so when you're in a team,
Yes.
Show that off, boy.
So
so each side of my walls have separate colors. So at this point, Chris and I have the same colored markers. So if we were playing a team game,
true.
then
You
we
can
would
move
use
through.
the team side of those.
Yeah.
Blue
So my
side
wall has a
versus
red one.
side. I like that.
More. All right. Well, I'm going to pick up this this here 2-star drop.
Yep.
So I would like 2 cards, please, and thank you.
Tom,
Sniper rifle, sniper rifle.
Tom runs
Too
the
many.
entire map and
Too
just
many.
picks up every drop.
I have a
Yeah.
combat shotgun.
took him out of my
Which
hands
is-
before
is
I'd given him to
3
him.
dice. And can be 1 space. Now you have to set those up at the start of your turn, don't you? These just
What's that?
Picking which weapon you've got equipped is the start of your turn. You can't just swap it out later on.
You can't swap
So-
it now because you've got dice.
Yes.
Yeah. So it can go into your backpack and then
Yep.
your setup phase.
I am going to take the combat shotgun because why would I take a one-handed weapon
Yeah.
when I've already got a 2-handed weapon? This way I could swap this out to try and get some straight-up damage going on.
Good idea.
Not that y'all know that I have a combat shotgun, but hey, spoiler alert, I have a
Got some
combat
armor,
shotgun.
actually.
Sorry?
Some armor. So I've got my sniper rifle now.
Yeah, and some armor to defend
Yeah, well, Chris has
yourself.
got Traps City over here.
Yeah.
I am going to build my dome.
I'm surprised Tom's like amount of combat that he's done, considering that he's a fast mover, and I've just been like picking up
But
things,
I've been
picking up things.
in and out to fight people. It was also the stuff that was here was kind of like go for fighting.
That's true.
And now I'm going to fight Chris. So I'm going for 3s right now. That is a skull and a 2.
Okay. Well, the skull is an injury right away,
Yep.
and then the 2 I do block.
Yep. So that's 1 combat, and I get an injury point from that, right?
Yeah.
If you did damage to him, then yes.
Yep. Love it. We'll go for another combat. This time it's 2s to match and get bleeds on him. That's another skull.
And I am dead because that is the final of my 4 reload dice. I explode. You
Yeah,
do you get another injury token or no?
That's the one thing I'm confused about is whether this is the same combat or a different combat because I could never see that in there.
I feel like it's a different combat because you're taking the second action.
It's another
An action which
Yeah.
initiates a combat. So
Yeah.
yeah, you get a token of those and the reload token.
But then that seems more broken than melee combat, because melee combat you can then only get 1.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but you know what? It doesn't say, so that is a criticism that you can have at the end.
As opposed to, I guess, me like rolling 6 dice at once.
To take a ranged combat action,
yeah, so
I need to reload as well, please.
all of the following conditions must be true. The
I need to reload
it
as
needs a
well?
reload. The active player has an equipment card with a ranged combat action equipped with an available action space.
Yep, it's
which
an
you
action
did.
space.
Cool. The target is within range.
He was within range.
Yeah.
The active player has an unobstructed line of sight.
Yep.
That's it.
There's only
That's
gas in the
at
way.
combat, so you can have multiple combats.
Multiple combats
with a gun.
each one,
As
yeah.
long as you meet
No,
those criteria.
ranged is kind of nutty. Mm-hmm. I don't
Okay.
know why you would take melee over ranged at this point,
Yeah.
but I guess you're going to get forced into melee at the end.
With
maybe?
melee, because it's your final, you get to roll all of your combat dice, right? Whereas with the gun, you're
You're only
rolling
using
two
the
or
specifics,
two
yeah.
white dice. Or
As we
whatever.
said, you are rolling against the highest.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You're kind of hoping for instant hits.
Yeah.
And maybe the other person will roll some instant hits to
So
defend.
it's like you roll 2 skulls, right?
Yeah.
That's a 1 in 6 chance each time you roll it.
Yeah.
I don't know stats somewhere that say you roll 2 skulls twice.
But
Yeah.
I'm
One
pretty
skull
close
twice.
to ending the game.
You are
boys.
very close.
Yeah.
if we're playing it right, yeah.
That's a
So
lot.
on
That's a lot of
DED,
damage. Yeah, but you respawn straight away, and you lose your knife, which is unfortunate. But you will get 2 new
So
cards
Tom,
to
what
choose
else,
After
from.
your
what else are you
event.
doing over there?
I have built and I have picked up, so I'm not doing anything else.
What did you build?
I built my dome that I am currently standing on, which means I will not take damage from the gas,
I'm just
even though
gonna
I'm hiding in
shuffle
it.
you behind that so we can see what's going on. there.
Yeah.
But the action for the event is more gas. Gas specifically coming from number 5.
Number 5, my lord.
Over here.
Yep.
Oh, God. It's a death trap.
And then we'll get some gas over here. Oh, no, there's only 1, isn't it? Because
Yeah,
it's the
1
first
at a time.
Because it's the first time.
Critbold, please take your 2 new items. Respawn yourself and stab Lachlan in the back.
Do it.
Got a choice between a med kit and a semi-automatic pistol, and I think the guys are right. Currently, I have not seen a gun not overperform and get as like an extraordinarily high number of points. So I'd be silly not to take this gun. I wonder why I want the med kit, which is whenever I take the heal action, I can reassign any of my dice to a skull.
That is pretty cool. I like that as a mechanic of just, all right, I'm healing and I'm guaranteed to stop you from hitting me at least once.
But my question is, when you take the heal action, you're assigning the dice as though it were in face.
No, you roll it.
Oh, you roll. Okay.
Yes, and then you get to go,
guarantee yourself a skull when you-
skull.
So yeah, you could pretty much choose for it to just be a skull.
I feel like medkits are really good if you're playing a run around and score points kind of game.
SMG medkit.
Yeah.
Because medkit goes in your hand.
In the
so it
hand.
would be the fact of SMG and medkit.
Like that would be good, and I was sort of trying to go for that strategy where I was just going to pick up the loot and let you guys fight. But what I'm seeing now is that like fighting people is so lucrative
Yeah.
that really you don't have a chance to win the game unless you fight. So
Unless the tokens split in your
yeah,
way.
unless somehow it's really rewarding to do.
Currently, it is heavily saying fight each other.
I'll take the pistol, the semi-auto pistol. Make it would have been cool. But now it's my turn, so I assign my dice before I drop in.
Correct.
So, and I get all my dice back, thankfully.
It would be real rough if this game had player elimination.
It would be. Like,
That's my biggest gripe with games is player elimination, of the fact of once you're out, you're out.
Yeah.
In a game like this where it's all about having combat, that they go, haha, joke's on you, you had combat and now you're done. Like,
Okay, I'll put 2 into movement.
this rulebook's been given a beating by us, like, opening it.
I'll put 1 into build,
How dare we play the game?
1 into pick up.
I mean, we have played half the game, and the other half has just been playing it wrong.
can you disarm traps? I think I might have missed that bit. Or is it purely once
no.
it's down, you step into that space if you want to have a go at it?
Yeah.
And then I'll move again.
That's it. That's the risk of doing it.
All right.
Like,
You see it's in there and you hope for the best.
I want to deploy
I mean, the rule is paper, scissors, rock.
into
so.
this jungle space here.
Okay.
And the dice say 7. So
Did I say yes?
I'm pretty good. 3 and 4 are opposites, so I do deploy where I wish.
And where are you going?
So move action. I'll head up here.
Is he using his feet for the gun?
Yep.
damn.
I'm a monkey
He's got
man.
hands for feet.
Monkey man.
Ew.
Pick up action to take this
Whoa.
weapon.
Getting some items.
This
Draw 2, keep 1.
here. I got an assault rifle or a crossbow. Both are 2-handed weapons.
Put them down.
The assault rifle has a range of 1. Crossbow has a range of 0. I think the assault rifle just looks better, right?
That's what Tom
Despite being less deadly.
Yeah, I've got the assault rifle.
But the crossbow has 3 dice, so you can roll
you
3
can only
dice.
shoot once.
Yeah, you can only shoot once.
Oh, but three dice is big though.
Because like, if any of them are a skull, right?
No, if any of them are a 3, it's a extra injury.
So
But
it's
it's
a very
also-
deadly weapon.
As opposed to 2 dice like Tom and I have been rolling, where you roll against, their 4s and their 3s. 3 dice you then roll against the 4-3 and
Yeah.
whatever they have even lower down.
And it is getting towards the end of the game where we're starting to squish in a little bit.
I'll take it. I'll take the crossbow into my backpack.
boys.
But crossbows
Lads,
only
lads.
same hex.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like close
Yeah, it's a bit
quarters.
BS. But I guess
What's
it's not a sniper.
Crossbow is same hex.
But it's also like, if you do get your crits, then you're getting a skull on it, and it's close combat. So
Yeah, I
You
guess
can
the
assign
sniper
it down
rifle's
here
only
if
2
you
dice.
Oh, can I?
Because you haven't got a dice there yet, you can swap them out. If the pistol had a dice on it, it would be locked in.
Yeah.
Okay. So that goes there instead.
Cool.
Yep.
What are you doing for the rest of your turn?
I'm going to make a move action back toward the jungle where I was.
yeah, he's got three rolls on it. Yeah.
Then I'm going to deploy a trap because I have a build action
Plastic.
to do.
Trap City.
To do.
Traps are good. I think we haven't utilized them enough. We've like done a lot of running around, and I think it's knowing the balance of how much you can fight,
Yeah.
how much you can trap, and how much you can wall. Because like,
Especially with ranged combat, it'd be nice to be able to go trap. I'd like, if you have single range, move in, shoot, move back out to your trap, save zone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or stop someone from running around.
Can I forego my last dice and just stay where I am? Because it's a move action.
I believe you can.
Yeah, what?
It's just a 2. Like, that's the thing of
Yeah.
down low.
Because
I guess you buffed yourself just in case you needed that extra movement.
Yeah, I was worried I would get blown away. My special power, I can move the lowest of my dice into the unassigned, and then I'll resolve an event.
Let's go, boys. Give us something good.
Let it drop.
Zinger. Supply drop.
Hey, now it's all happening. Someone's going to get a legendary
So
weapon.
this is the legendary item that's going to get dropped out.
So we get one there,
Excellent.
one here,
Oh, hang on. Yeah,
one
that's
here,
right.
and one here.
Hide in the gas. Hide in the gas. Hide in the gas.
Cool.
See, now here's the big bit for me is...
Look, if you go down the hill, get your shit, and come back up.
I could.
Yeah, it's only 3 movement.
Do you have to pick up both?
Yeah, two actions.
That would make sense.
It's only the drop off that is the one.
So villages are a great place to deploy traps, apparently.
100%.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
I am keen to give this a spin on TTS or Arena if it's on there, just to give it another playthrough because I feel like this being our
I don't
first
think it's
time
on
playing.
Arena.
I had a look at, like, I think there's some special access you can either request or get, because one of the first results I found on Reload was a board game Arena, like, play thing, but then I couldn't find it on
Yeah,
Arena.
but I think that like the only other game that we've played since we've been back in the studio is Dune Imperium, and we had played that a handful of times beforehand. It is a very simple worker placement, so there aren't a lot of jarring rules. And I find that games like this, where you've got, similar to Doom, is that when you've got a lot of movement and characters, there's like lots of interaction.
Yeah.
Lots of different interactions and lots of rulings for different things.
Okay, so starting with me, I'm gonna take my move action and move down into town, because who would have seen that coming? I am then going to, let's loot for the start. Why not? Let's loot, let's find out what purple items.
Oh,
looking at-
baby. Wow.
Power glove or a shock gauntlet. Both are melee weapons, both are pretty useless to me because I have my sniper rifle on hand. However, going into melee combat later, they come in handy.
You just take any dice and add to it.
What's no
Don't
shit.
know.
That
I
means
don't
you
know,
can't
man.
defend
You
with.
can't have a shield. Oh, not when defending.
Oh, yeah.
Piercing, this card ignores armor when used,
Oh.
Yo.
Oh.
So if someone had armor,
which they may get because everyone's about to pick up a bunch of items.
True.
And I choose a dice that gets +1 or choose a dice that gets +2.
But not piercing.
I think I'm gonna go for the armor
the armor
because I
pierce.
have a pretty good idea that
hand?
someone is gonna get
the gauntlet.
Yeah,
the
mad
shock
armor.
gauntlet. So that is gonna go into my backpack. I'm then gonna use my second loot action to grab 2 of the blue ones.
Blue loot. Tactical tomahawk.
Which do I go the full melee route and go just 2 melee hands?
Yeah, just go.
If I've gone for the one, I'm going to go the tomahawk on the second one, so that when we get into melee range, I can equip 2.
Yeah.
to
two
dual
good
wield.
weapons.
Cool. I'm then gonna shoot Lachlan.
Yeah, that's a bit rude. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that's a bit rude. Straight off the bat,
I can't shoot anyone else.
you're the worst.
Actually, no. Before
Simply the worst.
actually, no, after that, I'm gonna shoot
Simply the
Lachlan.
worst.
So
Yeah, hit me up. What's going on? 5 or 1.
And a 1.
I'm not going to use my action to up that because the sniper rifle has the bonus 1 action.
That's fair. That is
Ew.
rough. So
You're taking 3 injuries.
yeah. So the 5 beats my 4, so that's an injury, right?
Yep. So I get an injury marker.
Yep. Then the
Combat finishes.
No,
Combat-
no. Bonus step is before combat finishes.
Okay, sorry.
so then bonus step.
Yeah.
Callum's sniper rifle has the ability of if he rolled a 1 in his shooting dice, then I would take 2 injuries.
Yep.
So I take him from the lowest.
Yeah.
Do I get an extra injury for
No.
that with bonus step? Or
Bonus step is still a part of combat. It's just that it happens after the combat step.
Should I take my, so the first one, the 5,
Yeah.
do I take it from my lowest?
No,
or do I
you
take it from the top, the one
because that's the one that got beat.
Gotcha. Cool.
Okay. And then bonus step, Lachlan takes an extra 2 injuries.
Yep.
Which is,
Yep.
Guys, Lachlan only
huge.
needs 1 more injury to kill him.
Yep, that's right.
And then I'm going to activate this and draw 3 cards and discard 1. So hopefully I can get either some healing or a grenade or something, because that would be amazing.
Spoiler alert, I'm going to be hunting Lachlan.
Spoiler alert. Tom's big. poo.
Look, okay,
true.
the incentive for killing someone is great because you get like 7
Big
points,
points.
right? Theoretically, could you injure Lockie 3 times and then literally leave him alone for the rest of the game?
Yeah.
And every time he takes a turn, he only has 2 miserable actions
You
and
could, yeah.
just has a shit time.
But
I
that's
can
why you
heal
go
up.
into melee and be like, ha ha!
Well, and get yourself killed.
Just- yeah,
so you
that-
have to not only waste an entire turn of your own time, of which you only have like 5 or 6 through the whole game, you also have to die and then redeploy with no items.
Are
next
we,
turn.
are we still revealing green cards, or do we want these to be like
Keep them secret-ish.
I'll tell everyone that I am discarding an explosive trap, though.
That was
Nice.
the worst.
For your backpack action, at your start phase, you choose which of your equipment cards you will equip for the turn, placing them in the equipment slots. They may use that equipment at any time for the remainder of their turn. The only exception is when you get new equipment during your turn, which you may equip at any time. However, you cannot replace anything that has dice on it.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
if you pick up new stuff, yeah, you can swap it over. But unless you're ready to use that gun, you cannot.
Okay.
Hey, Lachlan, what are you doing?
Okay, so I am really concerned because now I don't have any actions because I'm injured. So not how I was.
You can't
expecting
even move in enough to
I
like
had-
score your points.
yes, I can. I can move and score my points.
Yeah, but you need to move twice because there's a wall in your way.
No, that's not me. That's Chris.
Oh, fuck. Tell him. Yeah, just do it. Just do that. Just do that.
So you do that and you give Tom the opportunity to steal.
Admittedly, you
Multiple
could
items.
actually running away into that dome up there.
Because that is a dome, you're safe.
You
back
could
there
pull
for the rest.
some health packs and stuff. Like,
I mean, so my plan was to go to the dome, but I obviously had 5 dice at the time.
Yeah.
So I did
Yeah.
have a plan, and now I have 2 dice
Yeah.
because I'm
So-
severely injured.
Like now you're super injured. Suppose everyone decided to cheese it and never touch you again. You only have 2 dice. You have to like waste a whole turn healing.
I do
right?
have heal, so I do
Yeah.
have a heal, so I could theoretically heal.
But every
So-
dice you regain from healing, you don't even get to use this round. So you would have
No,
to
but it
waste
is,
an
uh,
entire turn.
defense.
it is a
Yeah.
I mean, if like I was on the edge of the map and I had some shit that I needed, like I'd maybe take a heal action and try and run and do it.
Yeah.
Just so then that way, like.
But if I kill him, I win the game.
Yeah, that's why you would want
Can I
to
get
do
the
it,
rule
right?
book? Sorry.
You get 7 points. For
You
it.
can have the
I
French
know.
rule book, no problem.
You can read French, right?
No, that's the one class I didn't take.
That's the one class you didn't take. Yeah, I don't like my options are pretty limited.
Move and heal. Like, run away and heal.
Yeah, because like now you can't even go into a combat to try and get yourself killed because you simply don't have enough action to do that.
Yeah.
I want to find out what this card
You
But
can
the problem
try
is,
and-
like, Tom has a
Check
gun
the
that's worth.
quick reference.
Like, he couldn't get me if I ran away.
No, if you run away, I can't get you.
But then you could still attack Chris, which might push you over the edge with your 3 attacks, right? So I'm gonna move here because this is the most logical action. So we move into this space with 1 move action,
Yep.
and then I could use it to heal. So if I was in here, right?
Yep.
Then instead of rolling my dice, it automatically becomes the skull, which
Yeah.
is worth 2 heals, right?
Yeah.
So if I went into here, because I've been meaning to use this for a while.
Worth 2
to see.
heal.
Yeah, skulls are worth 2 heals.
Skull's worth 2 heals.
You roll it first.
So say this is the action.
Right, yeah.
So this action here is a heal. It's a roll. So you'd roll the dice and it comes up 4, right? I would only get 1 heal from it because it wasn't a skull. If it was a skull, then I'd get 2 heals. But I do have the med,
the med
kit,
kit.
which is its own ability.
Whenever you heal,
but you
you
have
get
to
to-
take.
Whenever you heal, you get to assign 1 dice to a skull.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so just choose that dice and then you get to
Oh, what a
heal.
bloody legend.
Yeah.
It's
And so I
finger
get to
guns.
heal. These would go into my defense area, along with this one.
It's that person who tried to call me when stream started.
So that goes into the discard pile. So that is
Because
basically
you
how.
used it.
Yeah.
Is it a one-time use?
No, I don't think it's one.
It's not a one-time use.
No, you can just use it over and over again.
There doesn't seem to be like a scrap symbol.
God damn.
Yeah.
because it's an item in your hand. It's not a green item that goes.
So yeah, it's not a weapon, but you're just
So-
using it over and over.
You
at a
just
time.
refill it with some
Yeah.
grass.
So
and you're like,
have a
yep,
card-
good
Yeah.
to go.
I have a card that I don't know how it works.
Do you want to pass it or show it off? Or?
I'll show it off. It's the energy drink.
Oh, so you get the,
Oh, you get the green dice.
Monster.
you get the green die.
You have an extra dice.
You get an extra die. So if you
when
use
I
that,
use it for the turn,
Yeah.
but then I have to use a die to drink it, right? I have to put a
No,
die.
those ones are free actions. Oh no, yeah, you're right.
So you use a dice
I'm
to get a
confused.
dice.
yeah. So I
Is it a
would
better dice? No, it's just a standard dice.
It's
with
literally the
green.
same.
honestly like that is.
Surely that's like passive, right?
I was about to
It
say
just-
like a free action.
You
yeah.
keep it in your possession and you just
Does anyone
forever
have
you
a
get
med
it.
kit or something that had? So grenade has that painkillers.
So I
See,
think
I
this
used
is
the
a
painkillers.
special.
That was me. I used the painkillers.
So these ones here that have that symbol must be a special item, which means you need to have a dice that has no symbol. So I think you can use it for free.
Cool.
Free
So it's for
That is what I'm going
free
with.
actions.
Yeah,
As per the
that would
iconography.
make sense as to it gives me a bonus die. I don't
Yeah,
trade a
for
die
the,
for a
for
die.
the turn. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? That
No,
would
I
surprise
saw
me,
the
though.
question. I just didn't see it in time to give you an answer. How y'all doing? How is everyone doing? This game has been interesting.
So I am safe in that area.
Yep.
I've got no more things. I've only got dice for defense on close combat.
All right.
Turn.
Kill him, Tom.
I'm honestly considering it. Like, I can move over there and just
If you
take
do
two shots at him and hope for the best.
Yeah, do it.
You need to
Yeah.
do an event though. That
I
might
do need
change
to do an
things.
event. Sorry. All right,
And
the event
the lucky winner is
gas on 5, which is over here. So it's going to go here and here.
Forcing people to run.
Where's the gas tokens at?
Callum.
I think that is my best play. As much as I would love to pick up a level 3 item and stop someone else from getting those victory points,
You're
if I
already-
kill Lachlan, I will get all of these victory points on top of.
Yeah.
100%. And like,
But you'll win anyway because the game will end.
I think that would end the game, and then you would tally what you
Tally
got.
things up and get
Okay.
bonuses.
Right.
So that means I need to assign a 4 to move, 4 to move,
And heavy combat seems to
and
be a
2
good
to
option.
move, and a 3 and a 2 to this assault rifle. And then I am going to move 1, 2, 3. I'm going to blap Lachlan as much as I can. So you only have a 4 for defense, right?
Yes, correct.
Because these don't matter for ranged combat, right? We checked that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't believe they do.
If I get a turn.
Rules.
Rules.
What are we
Oh
after?
my god.
So I've only got 1 dice left, which is a 4, and normally it goes against what's rolled. I have no more dice. These can't be rolled or used at all in my defense pool.
I thought they could because
Why?
they are.
Yeah, they're
Unused
unassigned.
dice.
Double check.
That's what I've been
Because
doing.
that might change what I was doing.
Combat step. Where are we?
So combat step, roll step. So the player roll their dice and apply modifiers. The active player, the target player rolls all of their action dice in their defense pool.
Okay, yeah, sweet. But it's still, yeah. So
That's not an exceptionally good roll.
yeah, I'm still going to go for it. We've made these moves.
No,
I'm
it's not
going to go for the
terrible.
win.
You got a 5 there.
Yeah, I just need to hit him 3 times, so it is
Possible.
possible. Unlikely, but possible.
That's 1.
That's 1.
There goes my 5.
And okay, so yeah.
No, it's a skull, so it's your low ones.
So my low 1.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Your top ones go when they get beaten.
Gotcha. Yep.
But if I roll 2 skulls, here that's the end of the game.
Did your gun have a? Yeah, you see your gun has a symbol.
Yeah,
So then
but
you're
that's just
using
for
your
blades.
next
Next one.
one.
It's a 1 and a 1.
Snake
So
eyes.
nothing. Bunch of
Miss.
nothing.
But you get an injury.
I do get some injury points, which is good. Injury points, please, Callum.
Injury fame.
You injured him once.
Injured him once.
Yep. And are you going to go for your 3rd?
I
You
don't have
a
enough
3rd?
dice. No.
Oh, okay, sorry, because you didn't move it away. So
Yeah, no, sorry. That was, yeah. I had to move 3 times and then shoot you twice.
yep.
Worth it. Worth a shot. I'm very
Close.
I'm very close to winning.
Yeah.
I'm the
1
best and the
point
bravest.
away.
Hey, Chris, that's your turn once I've done this event. Gas on skull? Ah, it's at the top.
Yep.
I was like,
Gas on skull. That's the 6. Oh no,
number there.
your heal is now
Look,
doomed.
Yeah.
no one's in range of the hill that I can't hit them elsewhere.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. Cool. That's my turn. Chris, what would you like to do?
You did an event. That was that.
Yeah.
Chris.
All right. I got a crossbow. I got to try and use it before I die.
Blab, Callum, blab, Callum, blab, Callum.
Callum, you're so close to winning, but you're 3 turns away. Callum is close-ish to winning, but it's 2 turns. Isn't the next?
There is, however, a trap between myself and
Blab,
I
Callum,
would
blab,
have to
Callum, blab,
trigger
Callum.
the trap. Otherwise, I'm
Get
walking
yourself some
around a
victory
wall
points for doing
anyway.
traps.
Well, you've got the assault rifle as well.
Yeah, but I can't swap it because.
No, you choose now.
You choose at the
Beginning
start of your
of your
turn.
turn. You choose
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
which weapons you want to use.
So it's like, yeah.
Because you have no
It's also
dice assigned to
zero.
it.
It's also-
0, 0. No,
also
I thought you
nil.
had the 0, 1.
You could come get Tom.
You run backwards, get a purple item, and really hope
And then hope that no
Hope the
one
game
wins.
wins the game.
Nah, God,
Look,
I'm
Lochlan is
just
just
gonna
going to
run
fit in
in.
his hole and heal.
I'm just gonna run in. All right, Tom, I'm going for you.
Do it. Let's go, boys.
Go move, move, move. So 4, 3, 2.
You only need 2 moves.
No.
Ah,
No,
true.
no,
It's
yeah, the
0. I keep
wall.
thinking you've got range just because you've got a ranged weapon.
3 goes into the
Strange.
crossbow there, and I'll also chuck in a action. So let's move twice to move into the Croncupoia.
Yep.
Then I'll drop off this
Nicely
loot
done.
token to give myself 4 extra points. Then I'll move again into Tom's space. Our tokens are just
Break down.
falling
Full
apart.
on Matrix spikes.
They're like those
Meanwhile, I'm just like, oh, what have I walked into?
those like inflatable balloon guys outside the front of like auto mechanical shops. And then I'll shoot you with my crossbow. So
Get him.
3 dice.
Spent a 3 to do that. I'll get 3 white dice. So send another one over. Please.
And if you roll a 3, it's an instant damage.
That's a 3.
5,
5, 3 to
All right,
1.
so we do line it up. I have a 4.
So the 5 beats the 4.
5 hits
Yep,
a 4, you
so I
take an
take a
injury.
damage.
4 beats the 3.
Yep, so nothing happens.
And then 3 beats the
3,
1.
yeah, 3 is 1. So
Yeah.
Cool.
But then the 3 triggers and you take an extra injury.
Take an extra injury.
I get 1
That
injury.
is not very nice. I'm not a.
Bravo,
fan.
Chris. Bravo.
And I am 1 step closer to not winning the game. There's no chance. But anyway, I will now.
I was really hoping you did no
Oh,
damage
I
to
don't know
me
why I did
because I had other plans, but now I'm just like.
I'm
Oh,
well
I get to go
defended
before you, Tom.
and an event card.
Event card. There's not that many turns left. Yeah, wow. This is the last
From
round.
the sponsors, the person with the fewest victory points gets a token, a loot.
Gets one of these.
Gets the yellow loot token. Sweet.
Let's just quickly check the card symbol, for example, because it's the fewest. All players with the least fame draw 1 card.
We might actually have to count the points here.
4, 8,
I have
12.
Lachlan on 16.
What's a red token worth versus a purple
3,
crown
I
token?
believe.
Yeah, so Chris has the lowest. He's
All players with the least
One.
fame draw 1 card from the 1-star equipment deck.
Oh. Chris, get 3 items. That's what
Oh
that
no,
counts.
sorry.
No.
So the other one is all players with the least fame gain 1 beacon. So you would get
I
one
gain
of
a
those.
beacon token.
Ready to be
Is
dropped
that
off?
or like dropped off or
Dropped off or
No,
in-
all players with the least fame gain 1 beacon. He just gets it.
Okay, so
he
goes
gets it into his supply.
Yeah, ready to
Ready
be
to
used,
use.
not
Yeah.
instant. They're not
Sorry.
like, oh, we pity you.
Here's
we
an
like
extra
you.
fame.
Otherwise they would have the card would have read they get a fame token.
Yeah.
Boom,
Yeah, I
in it
suppose.
goes.
But you know what these will
Okay.
look like. Hey, that was,
Callum, who
the
you
first
blasting?
criticism I've had.
4, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 2.
You gotta-
It's looking juicy.
You got to try and black
Tom is looking juicy.
because he's
Yeah.
got the most points. He could win the game, and he has the most
Yeah.
injuries.
And if
among
you get him,
others.
then there's a possibility that you will overtake him.
I doubt it.
Just do it, sir.
it could happen.
You just have to cross that line in any shape, manner,
have
or
to cross
form.
that
You
line.
just have to touch the line.
It's also your last turn.
Is it actually?
Yep. I will take the last turn of the game.
Okay.
Because there's only 3 event tokens.
Well,
like
we're gonna have.
cards.
Do I shoot or do
Which
I
is a bit
swap
bullshit.
to melee?
I get 1 extra turn on everyone.
Well, in that case,
Yeah, because
In that
Lockie
case, I'm
was
drinking
the
my energy
starting
drink.
player.
I'm taking
No,
my
I was
extra
the
time.
starting
You were the
player.
starting
Tom was the starting
player.
player.
Sorry,
I was
hold
the-
it for a moment.
I was
You were
the
the
first
first person
person
doing
to
an
say-
event.
So maybe I wasn't meant to do an event.
No,
maybe
it said do it at
Okay.
It said the first event should be resolved before the first player takes their second.
Because there are 20 total event
Yeah.
cards, but there are 4 of us, right?
Yeah.
So it should be even.
I guess, but there's 20 event cards in a 3-player game as well, aren't there?
No, different
No? Yeah.
number of
It
events.
would be probably
It's,
like 15 or
it's
something.
scaled depending
Yeah.
on the number of players.
No, that
Why-
is
hang on. What, we must have missed someone.
no,
No.
because the first one happens there,
Yeah.
and then it goes around from there.
Because then
Well,
if
we're-
20 turns have that, then the final one would have been between Callum and Lockie at the end of Callum's turn, right? Because we'll count them like
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Weird.
We've missed someone somewhere. But anyway. Or miscounted the number.
There's also
of
only 19.
event
Oh no,
cards.
there's 20 over there. Weird. Look, I'm fairly sure we haven't missed any, but
We may have doubled up on some.
Keep them face up.
yeah.
I think we have had to remind people to do the event cards, and we might have missed them.
Probably that's the most
Because-
rational explanation. Because the
because
math doesn't check out.
We have definitely gone, hang on a second. It's like, I am my turn, hand it over to Tom, for example. And he's like, wait, you got to do an event card. And I was like,
Oh yeah.
I forgot to do
yeah.
it. So, and we might not have caught
Snipe
that.
him, snipe him, snipe him, snipe him.
We've got
Do
one,
it.
one vote snipe him.
I'm absolutely going to snipe him. I'm going to start off by putting that one down there.
Drinking
'cause I
some
need
energy.
it.
That's
I'm-
one vote
Wait,
snipe.
you didn't trade a dice for that dice.
Shut your mouth. I don't need a move, but I'm going to do a move anyway because I want to try disarm Chris's trap for bonus points.
Yep. You can just have them as unassigned.
So what do you mean?
No, because then you can't take the move action.
Yeah, but you can have any number of unassigned dice.
But if are you going to snipe me first and then move?
No, I'm actually going to go drop my stuff off, so it's going to be 2 moves because that's
2
what's
moves
there.
and activate.
2 moves and an activate. So 3 and a 3.
Yep.
And then have 1 more bonus that I can do something with.
Build a trap somewhere.
Or leave it unassigned just in case you can't win.
Build a wall somewhere.
I'm actually going to activate a second time.
Interesting.
So I'm going to start my turn off by
Snipe him, snipe him, snipe him.
activating, drawing 3 cards.
Sorry for bending the
Cards.
I'll
I'll drink
quality
another
cards.
energy drink now.
They are very good.
No, there is only one extra green die.
Another
Okay.
energy drink.
Okay, I'm going to toss the energy drink then. I did, however, get a helmet, so I'm going to throw the helmet
Hey,
Hey, a
Oh,
light helmet.
on.
but it's made out of leather.
Some rogue's best armor. Literally made of hide.
How does a tactical explosive work?
I could not figure that
You go
out. to be
over
honest.
walls.
Yeah, but what's the
Destroy the hex.
Destroy the hex, man.
That's
What do
how-
you mean? It makes perfect sense. God damn. Ignore walls.
Yeah.
The other one is the demolish. The player may remove 1 trap, wall, or hideout from the target
All right,
hex.
so you can see a wall over there and be like, Kobe.
Demolished item.
Yeah, and then just
Cool.
blap
Yeah, but how far can you throw it?
I'm then using. I assume.
One.
up to its range, which is 1.
0 to 1.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I am then using this green die that I set aside specially for AP ammo, which gives me
Ability power.
1 extra white die on my sniper rifle.
Nice.
Nice.
So I am rolling at Tom.
3 dice, 3 dice, 3 dice.
Do it. Get him.
That's
With the skull and it got hit.
It's fine because his sniper rifle has the 1.
Oh, so-
That's so good.
Is that
It
kind of
doesn't matter, I'm dead anyway.
Oh, okay.
well, the 4
I was like, haha, fuck your skull.
4 becomes a 5, so that shoots
Right,
you in
that's 1 injury.
cool. And then that combat finishes.
Well, no, the
Oh.
combat doesn't finish. The
Okay,
bonus test
so
happens,
bonus
and you
step
deal
happens.
2 extra injuries to me, and I die.
Yeah.
So that's
Goodbye,
injury.
assault rifle. You won me the game.
I wanted to attack
So
Tom
1 injury
and a
plus a reload.
Time to go for Callum.
He's so far away! I'd get there and have 1 dice to attack me with.
Cool. So I've done one of those, and I've done that. I'm then going to move twice, and I'm going to activate again to drop off my little beacon.
Cool. Did you get an injury token?
I did.
Yeah.
You're so
Callum
close.
takes the lead.
So close, bro.
It's the value of the things, right?
I think yours is a little bit further. I think we're tied, but
Okay.
it's hard to actually
Yours
judge.
looks further than his.
By like 1 millimeter. That's a 3. That's a 3.
Oh, my
That's a
lord.
1. That's a 1. And that is my turn.
That's nuts.
Okay. So Tom, your guy is out of there.
Event.
Event is contamination on 1.
Number 1. So this one here.
Yep.
And 2, right?
Yeah, so it'll be those 2 spaces.
Do I get to choose?
Yeah, I guess.
And then
Place 1 toxic token on the outermost hex in the zone, indicated by the zone marker icon. If there is already a toxin token in that hex, place 1 toxin token in each adjacent hex that does not already have one.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we have played that wrong anyway.
yeah,
It's fine.
That's
each
fine.
adjacent hex.
So it, like
So it
one
would have
in
been
there would have
3
been
each time.
So it exploded in.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Eh.
Energy drink consumed. AP ammo consumed.
Okay. Cool. My turn.
Let's go, boys. What are you doing?
All right. So I'm going to assign a dice to my healing. I'm going to assign a dice to the old combat. And I'm going to assign a dice to move. So here's how it plays out. Boom. This becomes a skull. These come back into here. This goes into here. This gets me to move. I go into here. I fight Chris with these dice.
And your
Yep.
2s and 3s. One of your 2s and 3s.
So 2s or 3s.
Yeah.
Become skulls.
Become skulls.
That's pretty big.
I mean, you just rolled 2 skulls.
2 skulls at 5.
I get to
All right, we're going to need you to
Reroll
re-roll, and
one.
then we'll get your dice over here to line up.
Yeah, so I'll do that. I managed to roll a 3. Not so good. So I have 1 4 and 4 3s.
Cool.
For defending
Let's get them over here.
purposes.
Because what will happen is your 3s will come over here. We check skulls. Lachlan has 2 skulls. So Lachlan deals 2 injuries straight away,
Yeah.
and your 3s instantly die. Your 3 here drops Lachlan's 3 by 1,
My 4 to 1.
by 4 by 1 to a 3. So those tie. And then his 5 kills your 4,
Kills
dealing
and
another
take a
injury.
3rd injury. Lockie gets an
Would this
injury.
one have actually
fame
gone
token.
in there as well?
Yeah.
Oh man, sorry,
Oh.
Chris.
Oh yeah, so then a 4 would actually go
Yeah,
for the
4
3
beats 3,
instead,
4 beats
and
a
I
3,
get
you die.
another injury, and I got 1 shot.
Yeah, literally one-shot him.
So that's when melee combat becomes strong,
Yeah.
especially with a grenade. Like if you guys read the grenade, you basically lob it into a square and they re-roll their 3 highest.
Can I please have an
That's
injury and a
awful.
reload, please?
I gave
Well
you an injury
done.
already,
That was my first combat, and I just murdered Chris.
and there's your reload.
Straight
Yeah,
off the
that
bat.
was very well done. I just got hacked up by a machete.
That heal though, like I healed, got the 2 dice into my thing. The healed dice, my combat dice goes into there as well.
Yeah.
So I pretty much got all of my dice back, and then beat your head in with
So
it.
that's how, that is a way that
That's
you
why
can bring
healing
it
feels
back.
very good.
Okay.
There's the grenade I was talking about, Tom, where you basically lob it into a square, like a hex adjacent
Yeah.
to you, and everyone in that hex re-rolls their 3 highest dice.
That's pretty sick.
Event, please,
That's cool.
Event, please.
sir. Contamination 3. So
there
these 2.
explodes into there, and which is fine by me.
So I guess that means that, yeah, so that would have cleared that area, and then we
Yeah.
would have been forced in and had to use the hideouts a lot more to like get in, get out, do the things. 'Cause, like you can still move and stuff, but
Yeah,
you
it's
don't want
a lot
to.
more you get stuck there as
That's
well.
where your zones come in, though. You drop that, build your dome, and you're like,
Yeah,
Do we want to call it there then, rather than let me take the one final unfair turn?
Yeah, shall we?
I don't think it matters. I think any other situation, I'd be like, Tom's trying to cheat. I'm gonna win.
flip the card.
Rule number 1, Tom's always trying to cheat.
The card is just some extra gifts.
yeah,
Okay.
cool. So I think what, like you on your turn, for example, you would have got in, you would have dropped in somewhere.
Would have dropped in and tried
You
to
could
kill
have
someone.
you could have tried to drop in there,
Yeah.
grabbed that, run back and dropped it off, and then
Yeah.
that would have been it, right?
Yeah.
And that would have been uncontested unless you drifted somewhere, and I think you still, with your movement, still been able to do.
If I'd hit a trap or something, it would have been unfortunate. But hey, that wouldn't have been it.
Well, you could have like dropped here, for example. Got
Yeah.
this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, which you have
Drop.
the movement for.
Yeah.
Then drop it in, right?
No, but the pick up as well as an action, so you wouldn't
True.
have been able to do
True.
more.
But it does matter because what we're going to check right now is the bonus points. we need to have a look at who is scoring these endgame ones. Can we grab the rulebook to get the final wording on them? Because I believe this one is going to be
The most number of reloads.
at the end of the game, the player with the most reload fame tokens on their fame track. Both Callum and I have 2, which means nobody gets those points.
Okay.
Cool. Happy with that.
We then have the person with the most 3-star equipment.
Which I believe I'm the only person that picked one up.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Because the other
Other ones
one's
are
over
on the
there.
Yeah, I was going to, and then I got my face
Yeah.
shot off.
Interesting. Maybe I should have picked one up. But, oh well, Callum gets himself another victory point.
Nice.
Nice. And that is putting you into the lead currently.
But then we need to look at the person who has the most variety in victory points
So
and
let's
things.
do the variety first because let's do it left to right.
Sure.
So then that way this would get trapped.
I was trying to hype it up because I can see what's happening.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm the only one who has any trap points,
Yeah.
which means I have the most
Lachlan, you
variety
never
in
died, did
victory
you?
points.
I never died yet.
Correct, cool. Just double checking because you have the
So
crown.
Tom scores those 2 victory point
Yep.
tokens or fame tokens.
Putting me
And that is enough to
well into the lead.
surpass Callum.
And it is, you get the ones on that card, not just
Yeah.
one from.
Yeah, thing.
Yeah.
Because they build up over
Yeah,
the
okay.
game.
And Callum gets that 1 from having levels. Honestly, I thought someone else picked up 3, and I was like, I'm going to have this for sure. I did in the end. If we want to count it up, I believe I end up on 54 points.
And you've got 51 or something, right? Because how much are they worth? 2 or
that's
3?
worth 3.
Yeah.
So it was a very, very close game in the end there.
Yeah, so you guys already checked your values of your things, right?
Let's count it up before we say goodbye to everyone and wrap up the game. We are doing a review. Well, if you want to find out what the points are and start having a look, we are doing a review of this game. We're going to go through all of our thoughts. We've been kind of giving them a little bit along the way, but if you want to see our full wrap up
12,
of what
12,
the
16.
the art and the
19,
theme and how it all plays in
then
together,
26.
because I think the game itself is pretty solid. Spoiler alert for the review, but we'll dive into everything as we get into it. What are the final? Did you have a look at what everything is?
So did you guys calculated yours?
I didn't count mine.
No, that's what I was asking you to do.
We were trying to talk.
Come on,
we
just-
didn't want to talk over you about what the points
I
were.
thought you
I
would-
couldn't tell him, Chris, while Tom's explaining what's happening,
Yeah.
just so you know, your fame or your reloads are worth 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So achievements are worth 3. Beacons are worth 4.
4.
Events are worth 4. Injuries are worth 3.
Uh-huh.
So you've got
15 points.
15 points.
Yep. What did you count yourself on?
Traps,
Callum?
2s.
I believe I'm 50 exact.
50 exact. And I have
Do your calculator.
Good waterbend.
I'm on 27.
27. I have you on 26, so that's actually pretty close.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24.
Yep.
I don't know what maths I'm doing there. 24 plus 4, 8, 12
Is 36.
plus 14.
It's 50.
Exactly.
And I have 4, 7. These were 3, right?
They're worth 3. Yep.
10, 13 traps are worth
2.
15, 18, 21, 28, 31, 34, 37, 44, 47, 50, 53.
Nice. Pretty close.
Pretty close in the end, dude. Callum and I were just like blapping each other each
Yeah,
way.
I
Full
think
game.
like you guys were, and like Chris and I were trying to do a little bit of other things. I think it would play differently if we had done the gas correctly, used our base a
little
little bit
bit.
more, put some more traps down to prevent you from being able to get us from a distance.
There's definitely some strategy to learn
Yeah.
in this game as to where balance lies and how to do things.
Biggest thing I think is getting a sniper rifle early, just to get, because basically you're doing 1 damage per turn to someone, so you can
Yeah,
literally
almost guaranteed.
You can use as 1 dice. You just go bang, free damage marker.
Yeah.
Bang, free damage marker, and then moving into late game because I never actually got to use my
The-
melee weapons, but using stuff like those late game, just getting in on people's faces.
I think it's definitely a ranged early, melee late kind of deal.
I think that like there is other strategy to it. So like Callum did get me, and I could have used a build and put some walls up, right? That would have blocked his line of sight.
Absolutely.
So therefore, he wouldn't have been able to shoot me in the first place. So that could definitely block you from someone who's got a sniper rifle to get that blocking people from
We
their line of sight.
also didn't see as many of these instant scoring opportunities, and I think it's like, oh, I can get 3 points right now by doing this. and you start going for that kind of stuff.
Because they got wiped out early, like the one that was there of doing damage, that got dropped.
Yeah.
And I literally got that the next turn as well, because I came in and hit you for 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But we'll dive into all our thoughts on it, as we said in our review section. For now, thank you very much for watching. We appreciate the heck out of you. This was Reload from Colossal Games. We're Nerds of the West, and we'll catch you next time.